Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the boys,
High school,
Jordan,
champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Mount Vernon High School. I'm Todd Duke, Chris Keller along as well. We're about ready to bring you some K-Hawk football live from Ken Hunt Stadium here in the lovely town of Mount Vernon. We're facing directly west, so we are facing our own town of Collinsville, and there's a smattering of fans across the way in the visitor section. We're going to imagine that most people are taking in the sights, sounds, smells, and tastes of the Italian Fest. I'll be there tomorrow. But you know we're all going to be today. So we're here to bring you a football game. That's what we're going to do, and that's where we start. We start with the pregame show brought to you tonight by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, and great service is served up daily at LC's Pub. 605 North Main Street is where they're located in Caseyville. Call in for carryout orders at LC's Pub at 618-855-9007. Well, the K-Hawks come into this contest with a record of 2-1 under their third-year head coach, Colton Rhodes, who now finds himself with a nice record of 19-5 in his 2+ years. Mount Vernon, they come in just the opposite. They are 1-2 on the year, and they are coached by Dan Mings, who is in his second year of his second stint as the head coach here at Mount Vernon. This year, or including last year, He has a record of 6-7. He was the head coach from 2001 to 2010 and went 52-47. So you add all that together, and he is 58-54 as an overall record as Mount Vernon's head coach. And under Mings, the Rams have qualified for the playoffs 6 times. Kahawks, they come into Mount Vernon on a 2-game winning streak with back-to-back wins over Centralia and Carbondale that followed their season opening loss at Belleville East. Last week's win at Kahok Stadium was the 5th straight win at home for Collinsville. Collinsville is now 6-2 on the road since the start of the 2022 season, since Coach Rhodes took over in 2021. Collinsville is 10-3 now at Kahok Stadium and 9-2 away from Kahok Stadium. The last 2 weeks, the Collinsville defense held their opponents to 0 points in the first half of both games, 27-0 at Centralia and 24-0 at the break in last week's home opener versus Carbondale. In both games, Centralia and Carbondale ended up putting up 14 points late in their respective games, and that's been most of the time that Collinsville has pulled a lot of their starters out of the games and given some of the JV guys a little bit of time to work. This, believe it or not, is Mount Vernon's home opener. They played 3 straight road games to open the 2023 season. The Rams have a completely opposite start to the year than CHS. Mount Vernon won their season opener at Waterloo 55-41 before scoring in all 4 quarters, 3 of which featured double digits in all but the third quarter when they scored 7 points. Mount Vernon then went into Carbondale, lost 23-10, and lost their starting quarterback, senior Peyton McMillan, early on in that game after taking a sack. He injured his left leg, and they say that he had a dislocated kneecap and a torn ACL. So with a depleted roster, Mount Vernon traveled to Marion for their Week 3 matchup and lost that game 20-14 to the Wildcats. This is, from what I can tell, only the second meeting between these two schools on the football field. The other one took place 80 years ago, 1943. Mount Vernon won that game 40-0. Collinsville was 1-8 that year, and that year Mount Vernon went 5-4. We say hello to Mr. Chris Keller. How are you, sir?
Hello, doing great out here. It's a beautiful day here in Mount Vernon. We're ready for some football, right?
Yeah, we are. Sun's setting in the west, so hopefully that glare you see on the windows or on the camera will go away by the time we get this contest started. But right now it's time for our first commercial break, and as usual, I had a chance to catch up with Collinsville head coach Colton Rhodes, and we will pass that conversation on to you next on the Kahok Sports Network. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're on the road once again. Week number 4 finds us at Mount Vernon High School. Ken Hunt Stadium is where we are as Collinsville gets ready to take on the Rams of Mount Vernon High School. Third-year Collinsville head football coach Colton Rhodes joins us now. Coach, 5th straight home win going back to last year. You are now 10-3 at Kahok Stadium in your 2+ years as the head football coach. Tell me how much it means to you to be playing those home games.
Oh, we love the home games. Just seeing everybody out, the community, the teachers, the students, everybody in Collinsville and the surrounding areas coming out to watch us and support us. Happy that we can put on a show and keep winning those games and keep that support coming, but we just love playing in front of those fans.
All right, let's get to last week's games. The first point scored on the game, a Nick Shantz 36-yard field goal, probably good from 46 yards. He got a hold of that one.
Yeah, he was a really good job. Nick's been great at practice. He comes in every day. He's bought in. He loves the team, loves the energy, and he brings some great energy to practice, too, from a kicker. So I'm happy he's a part of our team.
I went to a freshman football game last night in Heron to watch my grandson play. Both teams didn't even try kicking field goals. They went for 2-point conversions. How important is it for a high school team to actually have a kicking game and you can rely on someone to get the extra points and the occasional field goal?
Yeah, no, it's a great weapon to have because, I mean, we still practice 2-point conversions and things like that all the time, but being able to pull out Nick when it's 4th and 19 or whatever it was, and we just were like, hey, we better kick a field goal. It's a lot better chance of hitting this than it is getting 19 yards, and Nick drilled it. I was really happy for him in that moment.
All right, and we talked last week about the nice balance of run and pass on your team, and lo and behold, you know, the first 2 touchdowns were runs, the next 2 touchdowns were passes. So talk to me again about the importance of that.
Yeah, we love that, and we kind of take it week by week, and we trying to see what the defense is trying to do to stop us, and if they're going to load the box up to stop the run, we'll probably start with the pass this week, and then as they start spreading out to guard our receivers, then we'll start loading up with the run again. So we're just trying to just take what the defense gives us, and we've got playmakers out there at receiver, tight end, running back, quarterback. I've got guys everywhere that I have confidence being able to get us yards no matter how we get it to them. So.
All right, let me throw some numbers at you, man. You guys are averaging 58 offensive plays per game. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good. I think I'd like a little bit more, and as we start getting more in shape and our tempo starts to pick up a little bit, we'll start getting a little bit more, and wearing down those defenses a little bit more is the goal. So hopefully we can start creeping that number up into the 60s.
345.3 yards of total offense while you're allowing the opponent 318 yards of total offense. So the advantage goes to you, but I bet you would like to see one number go up, one number go down.
Yeah, definitely we want that defensive yardage to go down for sure, but at the end of the day, I'm really happy with our defense. They still haven't given up any points the past 2 games, at least for the first team defense. So 6 quarters, no points the past 2 games for them. Even though they've given up some yards, we've been really tough in that red zone area. So I'm happy for that, though.
You have 166 passing yards per game while your opponent has got about 184. A lot of that came from the first game against Belleville East, though.
Yeah, that week 1 was tough for us. Belleville East was really good, and their 3-0 record shows it so far this year. And we played them tight. I wish we could get that game back and do it again, but that's not how football works. And I think we learned a lot from that game, though. So hopefully we can keep making our progressions in that defensive secondary and keep stopping the ball through the air.
You guys are averaging about 112 yards a game on the ground while your opponent's up to 133. So tell me the differences between the two, your team and the opponent.
I don't know if there's a whole lot different there. Like, again, that first week was tough for us, both moving the ball in the air and the ground. Beverly East was just really, really good, and they shut us down for the most part. And then the past 2 weeks, we've kind of been just mixing it up, throwing in, running in. It's just kind of been hit or miss for both of those, but luckily we've been putting points on the board. I'd like to see our rushing numbers go up into around 150 is kind of the goal there. For rushing 150, passing around 200, and that'll make me pretty happy if we get those numbers right in that area. But you know, as long as we keep getting wins, I'll take it no matter what.
Yeah, I think I jinxed you guys last week when I mentioned the fact you only had 5 penalties in the first 2 games, and then you doubled that up in 1 game last week.
Yeah, we got to make ourselves a little bit better on the pre-snap and post-snap penalties. We control all of those, so we're gonna make sure we make that a priority from here on out. We don't want any mistakes pre-snap, and then the post-snap ones are just as silly. So as long as we can nip those in the bud, we'll live with the holding call here, blocking the back there, whatever it may be. But as long as we don't get any more false starts or any more after the whistle plays, I'll be happy.
One category you got in your favor definitely is the opponent. Your opponents have turned the ball over 5 times to your guys is just 1 time. How huge are the turnovers?
It's probably the most important thing in high school football in my eyes is winning the turnover battle. It just brings you so much momentum. It makes the other team get down on themselves. You usually start with good field position, get your team fired up, and you can usually kind of turn those around pretty quick. So turnovers are just a huge thing, and we preach it for our defense, and then we preach the same for our offense, is taking care of the ball, which we've done a really, really great job at.
All right, let's find out what you know about the Mount Vernon Rams. Besides the fact, man, they've been kind of decimated by injuries over the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, they've gotten pretty beat up so far. They always like to run the ball. They've been running the ball ever since Coach Mings has been here, and that's not going to change tonight or anytime soon, I doubt. So we'll see what they do. I know their first 2 quarterbacks are injured, and last year they just played a running back and quarterback and just ran the ball 50 times with that kid. So we'll see if they switch it up now with another week of practice, or if they do something completely different. We've been preparing for a little bit of everything, so I like our chances defensively. We usually stop the run pretty well, so as long as we can maintain our gaps and our principles there, we'll be good defensively trying to stop their run. But they're hard-nosed guys. It's going to be a tough game.
All right, switch hats for a minute, man. Pretend for a moment you're the Mount Vernon coach. How would you stop the Kahawks?
I don't know. It's going to be tough. The Kahawks have a lot of speed, so I don't know how they're going to stop us. If I was them, I'd try and mix up my pressures and mix up my coverages as best I can if I'm them on defense. And if I'm them on offense, we're going to do exactly what he's going to try and do and run the clock. I'd drain the play clock down, try and hold possession as long as I can. That way our offense isn't on the field very much and their defense isn't on the field as much. But that's going to be tough to do against our team. So I like our chances tonight. But again, like I said, Mount Vernon's they're always going to fight. They don't give up. They're a tough team no matter what.
Yeah, and they've spent their first 3 weeks on the road, so I'm expecting, I don't know about you, but a very boisterous crowd here tonight for the home team.
Yeah, and I believe it because they're ready to go and they're expected to have a really good season. I know some injury bugs have bit them, but they're not going to quit. So there'll be a loud fan base here.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
No problem. Thank you.
As Colton Rhodes, your Collinsville Kahok football head coach. We'll take a break here on the LC's Pub pregame show. When we come back, we'll throw some starters your way. We'll do that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union strong. We are Kahok strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking. Providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces that support our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop by and see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time World Championship Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com. 618-855-8855. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family-owned and operated by former Kahawks since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237. And once again, we welcome you back to Mount Vernon and Ken Hunt Stadium here in Mount Vernon. Sun is just about down below the tree levels up there, or out there west, but I think it's due to set at 7:04. As you can see out in the middle of the field, they are getting ready to do the coin toss. We'll figure it out right along with everybody as we welcome back in Chris Keller on the other microphone. Chris, your thoughts on the coach's comments?
Coach hit on it, what we're probably going to see here tonight from our opponent, Mount Vernon. They're going to try to control the game with the run, chew up this clock, and try to get in the type of game they were in last week, but it didn't go their way. They lost 20-14. That's the type of game Mount Vernon wants to play. They want to control the clock and try to keep this one close. It would be nice if the Kahoks can get some early scores here and control this game by being ahead throughout the game. We'll see here what the coin toss result is. Mount Vernon defers, and the Kahoks will probably receive.
The Kahawks will receive the ball first, and we'll give you a look at their starters here on offense. Of course, quarterback Darren Pennell, 6'1", 175-pound senior. Running back tonight is Ryan McIntyre, the 5'9", 170-pound senior. 4 wide receiver set again. New to the mix is Jalake Nelson, the 6', 165-pound senior. Isaiah Gordon out there as well, 5'10", 160-pound senior. Amari Rogers-Parrott, 5'11", 180-pound junior. And Chase Reynolds, the 5'11", 170-pound senior. For your line for Collinsville, your left tackle is Caden Hearn, the 6', 265-pound junior. Edwin Kircher at left guard, the 5'11", 210-pound senior. Your center is Corey Patton, 5'10", 215-pound senior. Your right guard is Thomas Kohler, your 5'11", 250-pound senior. And standing at 6 foot and weighing 250 is your right tackle, Jack Shepard, and he is a junior. Defensively for Mount Vernon, you'll find a bunch of linemen like Coulter Pojowski, a 6'3", 230-pound senior. Logan Webb, a 6 foot, 300-pound sophomore. Randall Mason, get used to that sound, kids. There's cowbells all over the place here. Randall Mason.
Right below us.
Or Mason Randall, excuse me. 6 foot, 200-pound defensive lineman. He is a senior, and your other lineman is Randall Maddox, a 6 foot, 180-pound senior. We'll try to give you some more of the starters on defense as we go along here for Mount Vernon, when they're very depleted on the offensive side of things. And the sun is just about down. The lights haven't been turned on here yet, so it's a little bit on the tad of the dark side. That's for sure. All right, kickoff is coming from Truman Carnine. He is a 6 foot, 150-pound sophomore. And back deep for Collinsville, you have Nelson as well as Mario Rogers. And we are underway. That's a deep kick. It's going to take Amari Rogers all the way back to the 2-yard line. He's going to pick it up from there and hopefully get some blocking. And he's been taken down at the 8-yard line, so Collinsville will start deep in their own territory.
Looked like it was a side-by-side block that Reynolds there, that was almost a block in the back. Wouldn't have been able to penalize the Kahoks very many yards, but because they'll start deep in their own zone anyway.
Yeah,
back
they
at the 9.
At the 9, so a penalty would have just put them at about the 5 or the 4, somewhere around there. But nevertheless, here we go on offense. Told you about Darren Pennell right now. 41 of 67 this year, 602 yards, 6 touchdowns. Also runs the ball pretty well, 29 times, 161 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's averaging 5.6 per yards carry on the ground. And Pennell stands in the shotgun. Amari Rogers goes into motion. The handoff goes to McIntyre. McIntyre tries the left side, and he is tripped up immediately by Malachi Mays, the 5'9", 150-pound junior, who also can play some quarterback, but he won't be starting there tonight. But he'll get his hands on the ball a lot. But that was a nice defensive effort there by Mr. Mays.
He's a DB cheating in there, sees that's the run, and comes in and trips up McIntyre. Short gain.
Lights are just now starting to come on, so it'll be a minute before they take effect, so we should be okay. Second down and 8 to go for Collinsville from their own 11-yard line. Purnell stands in shotgun once again, and once again Rogers goes into motion. Handoff again goes to McIntyre. This time he tries the middle. A little bit more success as he gets up to about the 14-yard line. Collinsville needs to get to the 19-yard line for a first down, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 situation here for the Kahawks.
Jayhawks are trying to bust it outside in the first play. This time they look inside. A little bit more running room, but now they're probably looking at having a pass here on 3rd and 5.
You know that Collinsville likes to mix it up. I'm guessing they're going to do this every time on defense, right? Cowbell City up here. 3rd down and 5. Purnell goes back to pass. Looks to his left. Throws to his left. Got a man open, but he dropped it. Oh, boy. Right into the breadbasket there of Isaiah Gordon. And Gordon drops the ball, so McIntyre is going to have to punt, and Collinsville goes 3 and out on their first possession. Collinsville has been a little slow going in the start of all their games so far this year. They have not scored on their very first possession in any of their 3 games, and that remains true here tonight. Back deep for Mount Vernon is Navante Nesbitt. He will be their quarterback tonight, as they had their first stringer and their second stringer injured. McIntyre kicks a spinner. That's going to hit off of somebody. I thought, did it hit off the helmet or off the ground like that? I thought it might have hit the helmet there a minute of Marlon Price, but apparently it hit the ground. Just took a weird bounce. So Mount Vernon will get excellent starting field position on their first touch on offense. They'll have the ball at midfield.
I thought it hit somebody's helmet.
I did too.
And looks like it may have hit a Kahawk helmet.
Yeah, it would be no big deal. And if
it's going to be where it got touched back there, where it hit the Kahawk helmet.
Okay, so it's going to be a better starting field position. They'll get the ball on Collinsville's 40-yard line. I thought it hit somebody in the helmet, too. I wasn't sure who it was. It took a weird bounce, that's for sure.
So
that is very strange that you can get down there that far and get hit by the ball before it even hits the ground.
The punt wasn't high in the air at all, and that was able to happen there. Mount Vernon still could have ran it back, but they get the better field. They'll take the better field position.
Navante Nesbitt in his short time at quarterback due to the injury to Peyton McMillan has just completed 1 of 5 passes for 10 yards, but Mount Vernon's a running team. They're going to run the ball a lot.
This is Jaden Morales going under center.
Oh, okay, so they switched up starting quarterbacks as well. They hand the ball off to Nesbitt. Nesbitt goes around the outside. Purnell trying to wrestle him down. He does, but not after a gain of about 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 4 here for Mount Vernon. Nesbitt, 61 carries so far in the year, 330 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. Who did we say was at quarterback?
This 12, Jaden Morales.
Jaden Morales. I didn't even have him on my list of possible starters. Peyton McMillan, before he got hurt, 10 of 21 for 169 yards and 3 touchdowns, so you know they're going to miss the senior quarterback. And the snap and the handoff this time is going to go to Jameer Smith Henderson, and he'll get a couple of more yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 2 to go here for Mount Vernon.
Not a lot of running room in the middle there for Smith. Henson, Cordell Kaufman grabs a hold of him and brings him down. Short gain.
I have nothing but single digits on all my starters that I had here on my list. So they throw number 33 out there. And
yeah, it's hard to get. It's hard for the Kahawks to even prepare when don't know who you're going to see. It's hard for you to prepare just as well.
Yeah, that's a flag on the play, and I believe we're going to have a offside call against Collinsville, so that's going to be a free 5 yards for Mount Vernon, and it's going to give them a first down.
Kahawks looking for the 3rd down stop, and they won't have a chance to get that. Mount Vernon will get the first down on the penalty. Somebody lined up offsides. Mount Vernon moving the ball, threatening already.
That they are, and Collinsville have just helped their cause. So those little penalties like that, man, those little 5-yarders when the opposing team needs just 2, that'll not feel good. But it's early. We can forget about that. Fresh set of downs here for Mount Vernon. They have the ball on the Collinsville 27-yard line. Here's the handoff to Nesbitt. He gets wrapped up immediately as he headed up the middle by big number 74 for Collinsville, and that is Cordell Kaufman. And a couple of yards on the game.
Second time Mount Vernon's gone up the middle, and Kaufman's just not having it, holding them to a short gain.
So 2nd down and 8 to go here for Mount Vernon from Collinsville's 25-yard line. Still just a little more than 8 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. And Collinsville looking for a big stop here on 2nd down. I don't know, man. I thought the line jumped early. That's a touchdown.
Big hole on the left side, and Nesbitt gets through.
That's not Nesbitt. I'm trying to figure out if it's 25 or 26. Oh, 20. How about that? Josh Crowder busts one ahead for a 25-yard touchdown.
Yeah, they might have got the jump on the Kahawks there.
I thought they moved early. I thought like almost everybody moved early, but I guess I was wrong. So extra point try coming up here from Dakota Broadway, and the kick is good. And that's the way that we get things started here with a 25-yard touchdown run. Add the extra point, 7-0 in favor of Mount Vernon. We're back after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948. Welcome back to Mount Vernon. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler with you. Collinsville finds themselves trailing in the game for the first time since the season opener at Belleville East. 7-0. Rams have the lead, and the kickoff coming up once again from Truman Carnine. And it's another deep one. He's got a leg all the way back to the 5-yard line. Is Amari Rogers. This time he's got some running room. He's across the 25 and finally gets brought down at about the 28-yard line. So a little better starting field position in the second possession of this game for Collinsville.
Well, touchdown by Mount Vernon helped out to get the first down on the penalty, and it looked like they got the jump on the Kahawks there on the scoring play. This Kahawk offense can't get going here. They got to answer this, because if Mount Vernon continues to stay ahead on the scoreboard, they'll just want to continue milking this clock.
3 wide receivers over here on the near side, 1 on the far side. McIntyre, the lone running back, and it's a keeper by Pinnell. He'll get across the 30, and he'll be brought down close to the 35-yard line. And that'll be a gain of about 6 on the play, so it'll bring up a nice and manageable 2nd down and 4 here for the Kahawks.
Pinnell gets some good blocks there, fakes the handoff. Shepard leading the blocks. Already more than halfway to the first down.
So Isaiah Gordon and Amari Rogers head over to the far side. Nelson over here on the near side. And a quick throw to Amari Rogers. He's got the first down. He's got some more room, too. Up the far sideline he goes.
Yeah.
One last guy pushes him out of bounds, and we have flags on the play.
Yeah, Reynolds was holding that last block a little too late. His man got turned around and didn't get his hands off him just in time.
Yeah, flags came flying in pretty quickly and very often over there. There was a bunch of yellow flags on the far side of the field, so that's a hold that's going to come back. But it was after the first down, so they might just give him the first down.
Yeah, it'll be 10 yards from that spot, which will already be beyond the first down.
Yeah, they got the yard. The penalty flag is on the 45 of Mount Vernon, but it's going to be brought back to the 45 of Collinsville. So the Kahawks do get the first down, so they'll move the chains and continue the drive. But that ball was going to be all the way down inside the 35-yard line, if not for the penalty. As they finally got Amari Rogers pushed out of bounds And the last man got him. Would have been a touchdown otherwise, but then again, it would have been brought back. 3 wide receivers over here on the right side, 1 on the far side. Reynolds remains the lone running back. He stands over the right-hand shoulder of Pennell. He takes the snap, looking to throw. Down the middle he goes, looking for Amari Rogers, and just off of the fingertips as Rogers had his back to the ball, had to kind of leap in the air to try to grab it, which he did momentarily, but as soon as that right leg came down and hit that turf, that ball came right out. Nice play on first down, though.
Just leg work there. You're not really planted enough to survive the ball landing into you there, and good look to go deep there for the Kahawks on first down.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Nelson comes over here on the near side. 2 wide receivers now over on the far side as they bring in a tight end situation in Habermill. The handoff goes to McIntyre. He's got some room on the right side, cuts it, and gets across the 50-yard line. He'll be brought down on the Mount Vernon 49-yard line, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 for Collinsville.
Nelson just couldn't hold off 2 guys, but you'll take that. 6-yard gain.
Yeah, though, McIntyre was going to get the handoff and go right behind Habermill.
That's what they wanted initially.
He went a little bit wider than that. Rogers and Gordon on the far side. This time, well, there's a little offside action there as they moved Habermill over from the right side of the formation to the left side on that play, but Collinsville is going to get a free first down out of that offside call. So each team has had an offside call that has given the other team their first down.
Mount Vernon ready to go there. Collins will maybe change the snap count there. As soon as Pennell called for it, everybody on Mount Vernon jumped over, so they get the free first down.
6:23 left to go here in this opening quarter. 7-0 in favor of Mount Vernon. 2 wide receivers on either side, except for 3 on the other side, pardon me. And Pennell goes down the middle, but he throws that one just a little bit short of McIntyre. It hit the ground, and McIntyre was about a yard too deep to catch that one. So 2nd down and 10 here for Collinsville. Stops the clock with 6:20 left to play here in this opening quarter. It is very still here tonight, man. That American flag out there along that north end zone is just not moving at all. It is totally just draped down against the pole.
So kickers won't have anything to work against here tonight when they come in the game.
Empty backfield for Collinsville. Here is Amari Rogers in motion. He'll get the flip, and he'll try that left side. He's going to get caught from behind, and he's not going to get very far thanks to a tackle by Marlon Price. 2nd time Marlon Price has been involved on a nice tackle. Last time it was a running play when he got McIntyre after just a couple of yard gain on that first play.
When you're going to the long side of the field like that, you just got to try to get more to the sideline there, then get ready to turn it. Rogers was ready to turn it, and that allowed his man to get to him and knock him back for the loss.
Yeah, Marlon Price was following him pretty much the whole way. So 3rd down and 12 now for Collinsville from the Mount Vernon 46-yard line. Pennell in shotgun, McIntyre the running back, but Pennell's going back to pass again. He looks right, or excuse me, left. He throws left. He's got a man wide open, but just a tad overthrown to his intended receiver, Chase Reynolds. And that's going to bring up 4th and long here for Collinsville.
Chase Reynolds was on his horse, had his man beat by
he sure did.
3 steps, and throw was just a little too far. He could only get one hand out there to slightly touch it. Maybe if he dives out for it, maybe he could come up with it.
6:07 left on the clock here in the first quarter. 4th down and 12 for Collinsville. They break huddle like they're going to go ahead and go for it. McIntyre's the punter, but he's going to line up as a wide receiver over on that left side where they have 3 wide receivers, 2 more over here on the right side. Pennell in shotgun, going back to pass. He's pressured. He goes down. Big quarterback sack there by Ronald King III. And Collinsville will give the ball back to the Rams in Kahok territory.
Mount Vernon brings the house on that one there. Pennell had no time at all. Didn't get to see the play developing up to see where the Kahawks were looking for that.
Well, they were looking along, but that would have been better off if they could have just dumped a screen pass over the middle.
Yeah,
But that's not what they had set up.
Yeah, that's not what they had set up after Mount Vernon brought everybody like that. And now they'll start near where they started before and
Yeah.
drove right down and got a touchdown here just outside the 40.
All right, we'll see what the Rams have in store. Man comes into motion. They have a tight setup, and the pitch goes back to Nesbitt. Nesbitt gets dragged down from behind by Habermill. He gets back up to the original line of scrimmage, might have lost a yard. As Jaden Morales, the junior quarterback, who is usually a running back, pitched that ball right to Nesbitt. Nesbitt was off to the races until Habermill got his hands on him.
Yeah, if the outstretched hands of Habermill doesn't pull down Nesbitt there, that's a good gain of at least 4 to 5 yards for Mount Vernon on first down.
And the original spot had him losing a yard, but they re-spot it, and it's back onto the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd down and 10 for the Rams. And here's a little confusion in the backfield, and not being able to go anywhere was the running back, Josh Crowder. It's Crowder and the quarterback, Morales, ran into each other. I think Nesbitt was back there as well. Everybody just kind of ran into each other, and that's a loss of 4 on the play.
Yeah, all 3 guys just got mixed up there. I don't think the quarterback thought who was going to be there, who was going to hand it off to, as both running backs were there, and just a busted play for Mount Vernon.
Yeah, sure was. Jaden Morales brings the play in from the sidelines. And he's ready to go under center. Triple threat in the backfield. Here is a whistle, flag on the play, and we're going to have a false start against Mount Vernon, so they'll go backwards even more now, and instead of a 3rd and 14, it'll bring up a 3rd and 19.
That was similar to the scoring play where they missed the call there, and that time everybody on Mount Vernon jumped.
I thought the play before that they were offside as well, or false start as well, but I guess I'm seeing things. I don't know. Nice to know that this time I wasn't seeing things.
Maybe, well, probably no coincidence that the referee that called it is the one that's on the Kahok side. Maybe some of the coaches are in his ear saying, hey, watch these guys. And
yeah, they're leaving early. I think their designated snap count, and they're like, instead of 1-2, they're going on 1.5. Here is Morales back to pass. He throws the ball deep, and it's caught. Went right through the hands. Right through the hands of Darius Williams and right into the hands of Cole Timmons. Big play there for Mount Vernon. Possible interception, and it ended up going right through Williams' hands and right into the hands of the receiver, Timmons, for a big first down for Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon's living a bit on the lucky side here.
Can't fault Darius there.
No.
Big eyes, lights up, sees that ball coming, and goes for it. If he just stays with his man, he probably knocks it down and prevents that big play from happening and sells out to go for the INT, and Mount Vernon gets the big gain on 3rd down.
1st down and 10 from Collinsville's 20-yard line. Here is a handoff. It's going to go up the middle, and it's going to go to Smith Henson, and he'll get about 4 yards out of it as Mount Vernon is threatening to score once again. 2nd down and 6. Down to 3:40 left to play here in this opening quarter. 7-0 in favor of Mount Vernon on a 25-yard touchdown run by Josh Crowder to give us our only score of this game thus far. Big 2nd down, man. Collinsville needs to get a couple of stops here on defense. Try to hold them to a field goal try at least. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Nesbitt. He tries the left side, puts on a spin move, and he's inside the 10 yards, so that'll be a fresh set of downs once again for the Rams as they get it down to Collinsville's 8-yard line.
Nesbitt with some moves in traffic there. Gets the first down, and down inside the 10. Mount Vernon's knocking on the door, 2nd score.
Yes, they are. First down and goal for Mount Vernon in their home opener. 3 straight games on the road to open the season. It's almost unheard of. And they're going to have a bunch of games in a row coming up after this one, including next week's against North County out of Bonne Terre, Missouri. So 1st and goal, and the handoff goes up the middle once again to Smith Henson, and he's going to be brought down at the 1-yard line. So he's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 1. Actually, about the half-a-yard line.
Yeah, he got a lot there. No one's able to bring him down, and right on the edge of the goal line there.
I would not be surprised if Jaden Morales took this one in as a quarterback sneak. Either that or also watch for them to put Nesbitt under center, because he was the quarterback last week, but right now he stands right behind his quarterback, Morales. And the snap, Morales does keep, and he is in for a touchdown.
Didn't have to get much, gets just enough.
Yeah.
And now Mount Vernon up 2 scores. Start of this game kind of feels similar to the Week 9 game last year in Centralia, where the Kahawks fell behind 2 touchdowns. Did come back and win that game.
An extra point try upcoming here from Dakota Broadway. Or excuse me. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. And that one is just barely through. That barely got over the crossbar and just inside the near side upright, but nevertheless it counts. And it is 14-0 in favor of Mount Vernon. Collinsville has got themselves some work to do, and we're back after a timeout right here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Carnine back to kickoff once again. His third kickoff here in this first quarter. And this one's a little bit better. Up at the 12-yard line taken by Amari Rogers. He'll cut it out to the left, and he'll get it up to the 24-yard line before he is finally brought down by Zarian Williams. So Collinsville down 14-0. Got some work to do.
Yeah, I thought the Kahawks would be a little more prepared here to stop the run tonight. Wasn't expecting Mount Vernon to be this efficient at moving the ball down the field and getting scores on the Kahawks here tonight. Now the Kahawks got to dig themselves out of this hole offensively.
Aaron Pinnell brings his team back out. By the way, a big thank you and big hi to Darren's grandma, Star Kernane. She couldn't make the trip tonight, so she's watching on the Kahawk Sports Network. Hopefully her grandson can pull out a come-from-behind win. There's a little sideline pass to Chase Reynolds, and Reynolds gets a first down. Needed to get up to the 34-yard line and got pushed out of bounds right at the first down marker. Should be enough to move the chains.
I think they're going to call him just a hair short.
Oh, really?
First
Yeah,
down
they are,
here.
aren't they? About a half a yard short.
I thought he got all the way up to the 35, but that's
I
not
did
what
too.
the spot is.
All right, so second down and 1 here for Collinsville.
This may be a good thing for the Kahawks here. Second and so short, you might be able to look down the field here a little bit. And that third down will be a very manageable situation if you don't get it.
McIntyre stands over the right shoulder of Pinnell, but Pinnell's going back to pass. Looks down the middle, throws down the middle, aiming for Rogers, and I'll tell you what, both he and Malachi Mays were in lockstep next to each other, and either one of them could have came down with that one, but no one did, so it's an incomplete pass. Stops the clock with 55 seconds left to play here in this first quarter.
I think Rogers is just in such a battle there with Mays. He wouldn't have been able to find it as the ball was just a couple steps next to him. So the Kahawks do take that opportunity to go down the field in second and very short here to try to get this third down.
Third down and 1. This time, McIntyre stands over the left shoulder of Pinnell. He'll get the handoff, and he'll go up the middle. He'll get a spin move into the mix, and he'll pick up the first down. So the chains get to move, and Collinsville will get a fresh set of downs.
couple of Rams with a chance to get McIntyre in the background, but his speed provides elusive, and then he ping pongs off of Jack Shepard for the couple extra yards.
So 1st and 10 for Collinsville from their own 38-yard line. They will send Isaiah Gordon as a wide receiver all the way on the far side. 2 more over here on this side. They bring Habermill in as a tight end, but it's going to be a keeper by Pennell. Pennell does a nice little job of juking and gets almost up to another first down. It's going to be another yard short, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 1 once again.
Fouls Habermill's block there, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter with Kahok's down 14.
As the final seconds tick away, we will take a timeout, and we will come back and tell you all about the start of the second quarter after this break on the Kahok Sports Network. Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com. Once again, we welcome you back to Ken Hunt Stadium. Todd Duke is my name. Chris Keller is on the other microphone. Glad that you're with us. Quarter number 2 getting underway here. Collinsville with the ball. 2nd down and 1 from their own 47-yard line. And Pennell passes. Little sideline. Oh, KJ dropped it.
KJ Thorpe's wide. I don't believe he played in the first quarter there. Easy out pass to him and just dropped it.
Yeah, sure did. Hit him right in the hands.
Nothing more the quarterback can do there. Receiver's just got to bring that ball in, bring it into his body before he starts to make his move up the field here, but Kahok's with 3rd and 1 now.
Second time on this drive they have been faced with a 3rd down and 1. McIntyre will stand over the right shoulder of Pennell. 2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side, and there's your free first down.
69 of the Rams.
Yeah, Ronald King III. He just took 1 step forward, and he was in the neutral zone, and that was enough to throw the flag.
Second free one the Kahoks have gotten on a penalty. Mount Vernon got one on their first drive.
And that will put Collinsville into Rams territory on the Mount Vernon 48-yard line. So we'll see if they want to change up the play calling here as they have the same formation. 2 wideouts right, 1 left. Here's a snap, and the throw will go to KJ. This time he catches it, and he hurdles a tackler, and there's a late flag that comes in as the referee threw that flag about 10 yards up the field. And we will have to wait on the call. It looks like they're going to bring it back, an illegal block in the back by Collinsville. Second time they've been called for that tonight.
I think they get Rogers on that hold.
5 penalties against Collinsville in the first 2 games. Last week they had 10, and I'm not keeping track on a paper, but I believe that's their 4th flag tonight. And that's going to back the Kahawks back into their own territory.
March it off from the spot, so it'll be something like, and keep the down, so it'll be 1st and 16 or so, 15.
Yeah. The Kahawks still have a first down, but they have a little bit more yardage to pick up here. First down and 15. Pennell in shotgun once again. Here's the snap. Fake the handoff. Throw over here to Amari Rogers. Rogers has a little bit of room. Got a blocker in front of him. Gordon putting on some nice blocks. Up the sideline to the 20. Puts on a nice skip move. And then gets taken down from behind by Marlon Price inside the 10-yard line. Collinsville 1st and goal.
Good things happen when you stretch out the field there. Just get to the sidelines. There's a blocker there that he was able to hold the block for him, allowed Rogers to get down the field, and the Kahawks are cooking here, down here near the 11.
And nice blocking there by Isaiah Gordon. Here's the handoff to McIntyre up the middle. He goes. He's got room. He's in for a touchdown.
McIntyre basically goes untouched up the middle And a big answer for the Kahawks.
So McIntyre picks up his 4th touchdown of the year. And we await Nick Shantz to come on for the extra point try.
I think they're...
What are they doing? Well, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty? Is that after the touchdown?
Yeah, this will be enforced on the kickoff, I believe.
All right.
The score counts. And like you were saying, Shantz will come out here for the extra point, and the Kahawks will probably kick off from the 25-yard line.
Nick Shantz has only missed 1 extra point so far in the year, and he is 1 for 1 on field goal tries. Trying to slice this lead in half. Here's the snap. Pinnell's the holder. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good, but we have a flag on the play. It's going to go against Mount Vernon, so this one is going to count. And offside, so...
Offsides kills the play immediately.
Yeah.
And the kick doesn't count. It's not like... I
was going to say, what are they going to do? Move the ball up? And
yeah, they'll move it up a yard and a half.
A yard and a half, yeah.
But in high school, the offsides kills the play, unlike in pros where you
can't even decline it.
Yeah, right. And so I think Coach will take this as an opportunity.
Yeah, go for two. Yeah, why not?
You gotta like your chances getting a yard and a half, especially after McIntyre scored from 11 yards out untouched.
There's a snap, and the handoff goes to McIntyre, and he's still going forward. He's still going forward. Does he get in? No sign, and it looks like he's just short. So it'll stay 14-6 in favor of Mount Vernon. Timeout coming your way, and we will be right back here on the Kahok Sports Network. No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook. Back here at Mount Vernon, 11:01 left to go here in quarter number 2. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. Glad that you're with us. I think you've noticed by now that when we go left or right with the camera, it kind of has a tilt to it. Well, that's because the press box is tilted up here as well. The front of the press box tilts out, and if I didn't push the camera forward, you would see the sides of the windows. So forgive us when we get down to the end zone areas on both sides that it looks a little bit crooked. I've never seen a press box that has a slant to it like this. So Collinsville will kick off from the 25-yard line. And he puts a foot into it, does Matt Reynolds, and is caught all the way up at the 30-yard line. Little reverse action as they give the ball off to Nesbitt. Nesbitt gets tripped up at the last moment by our senior of the day, Darius Williams, on our Football Friday throwback on our Facebook page. Got some pictures of him back in his Collinsville Raider days, and that was a nice tackle there at Nesbitt because Nesbitt was off to the races.
Yeah, it was initially taken by Grissom, and he hands it off to Nesbitt to try to reverse it the other way. Mount Vernon will still start with field position here around the 40 again, which they were able to get touchdowns off of here on their first two positions. Cats need to get a stop. Look at this, just bunched up here.
Yeah, looks like triad. And a direct snap to Nesbitt, but we have a flag immediately on the play, and Collinsville lined up off sides.
I mean, at least triad, like, at least sends a guy out to pretend that they're going to maybe pass, but
that's a decoy.
This is just, hey, we're running the ball here. Let's try to stop us.
Yeah. So a free 5 yards will bring up a first down and 5 as the ball is on the Rams' 47-yard line.
So it looks like Nesbitt is now
Well, he took the direct snap on that play, but he might play quarterback for a little while. He did last week.
He came in with the play here, and
Yep. Same formation, so Nesbitt stands in shotgun and takes the snap, comes over to the right side, goes back up the middle, has some room, and he's got enough for the first down as he gets brought down on the Kahok 45-yard line.
for the first down.
Well, this sideline, Judge has him down on the 44, and the other one had him on the 45.
Mount Vernon playing with the lead here. This is just what they want to do. They just want to run the ball and chew up this clock. As long as they have this lead and control this second quarter.
Nesbitt stands in shotgun once again, and the snap. He'll take it and run with it. He'll try the left side. He's got a blocker in front of him, but excuse me, a nice job by Collinsville, and Robbie Freeman chased him down from behind for a gain of about 3 on the play. It'll bring up second down and 7. Michael Tongay.
Yeah. Josh Crowder leading the block for Nesbitt. Tongay gets in there.
So it looks like the Rams switching things up on their offense. They'll stay with Nesbitt at quarterback, and you can expect a steady diet of runs now. Here's the snap. Nesbitt goes up the middle. They're just going to keep on doing that until Collinsville stops them, which they did there after a gain of about 1.5 on the play. So it's going to bring up a third down and about 6 to go. And official timeout. We have a
injured
Ram on the field.
Kohler with that last stop for the Kahoks.
Athletic trainers from both teams out there. Amanda Bauer for Collinsville was the first one to arrive as the player was closest to the Collinsville bench, and then the athletic trainers for the Rams came out to check on the injured player, and we don't have any idea right now who that is, but we do have a timeout on the field. It's an official's timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well. We're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. Corey Jenkins was the injured Rams player. He got helped off the field, did not step on the turf with that left leg, so we wish him the best. Here's a high snap to Nesbitt. Nesbitt takes it up the middle, and he got close to the first down before he got driven backwards, so that's going to bring up a fourth down, maybe, depends on the spot. Corey Jenkins, 5'8", 230-pound senior offensive lineman, and looks like they're going to be about a half a yard short.
Kill the clock here, going to maybe bring the chains in here to look at this. Favorable spot for Mount Vernon. I don't think he got up that far.
Yeah,
they are going to bring the chains out.
They're going to bring the chains out. That'll stop the clock with 9:15 left to play here in this first half. 14-6 in favor of Mount Vernon. Hope everybody's having fun back in Collinsville. I know some of you folks are probably watching this game on your phone at the Italian Fest. The visitor stands over there got a little bit more populated. I'm going to hear cowbells in my dreams tonight, man.
That Coach Rhodes, one of the coaches on the Kahawk side, is not happy about that spot, and Coach Cross had to
they gave him the first down, too.
Help him go back across the field there. Not Coach Rhodes, one of the other coaches there. But Kahawk's coaching staff was not happy with that spot, which I didn't care for either myself personally, but we'll continue on.
High snap again. Nesbitt keeps it, got the ball, came out, and it's picked up. Collinsville and Chase Reynolds. He's going to go all the way. There isn't any black jerseys anywhere around him. And a fumble and a 45-yard return will give Collinsville a little bit more of an advantage to try to catch up here.
Maury Berry got back in the backfield there and got the hit on Nesbitt. And Nesbitt lost the ball, and Chase Reynolds cleans up the trash and runs it back, and the Kahawks will go for 2 here and try to tie this.
That's a 64-yard fumble recovery.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
Coach talked in the pregame about winning the turnovers, how big they are, and that's when you run it all the way back, that's as big as you can get. So the coach was aggressive after the offsides on Mount Vernon on the last conversion. Didn't get the 2-pointer, so they'll have to go for 2 here again to
try to get even.
Get this game even.
This time a little bit farther, and now we're going to have a timeout called, and it's going to be charged to Collinsville. So the Kahawks will spin their first timeout. We will take a quick break, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
Big credit to Amari Berry, knocking that ball out of Nesbitt's hands. That's what happens when you have those high snaps. He had to jump up and grab the snap, and when he came down, Berry knocked it out. Here's a pass into the corner, and it is knocked out of the hands of K.J. Thorpe-Watt over in the far side corner, so the score will remain Mount Vernon 14 and Collinsville 12. We have 8:52 left to play here in the second quarter, and we are back with the ensuing kickoff after a timeout on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from other coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Ragg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Ragg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahawk Sports Network, as well as the Kahawk Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Ragg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Edwardsville at 1012 Plummer Drive, or call Jason Ragg at 618-307-7048, or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, members SIPC.
Back here at Mount Vernon High School, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. 2-point contest. Rams have the 2-point lead at 14-12. After a big fumble recovery by Chase Reynolds, he ran 64 yards, didn't have a black jersey anywhere near him as he went untouched all the way to the end zone, missed 2-point conversion, and that is why we have a 2-point difference as Collinsville tried a little chip kick up close trying to catch the Rams asleep, but that didn't work out very well. And once again, Mount Vernon will have the ball in pretty decent field position on their own 38-yard line.
Still probably be the farthest back they've started here.
Yeah, probably,
game.
yeah.
And maybe worth the try there for the Kahawks. If that ball takes a bounce away from the Mount Vernon player, maybe Kahawk can fall on it and get the offense, well, not back out there, but out there. Because the Kahawks are coming off of a defensive score.
Yeah. So looks like they're going to bring Nesbitt back out as.
Yeah, so Mount Vernon will continue driving the ball because they're still winning here since.
Yeah.
But no, it looks like they're going back to the previous quarterback.
Oh, Morales hands the ball off. Yeah, he does so, and Collinsville sniffed that one out, and a gang tackle at the 38-yard line will get him back to the original line of scrimmage as Smith Henson carried that ball and didn't get very far with it. So Jaden Morales is back in there at quarterback.
So Mount Vernon's going to stay away from having Nesbitt take the snaps, at least following that turnover.
Well, you know, I mean, I know he feels bad, but you got to get on your center for that one. And that wasn't the first high snap that Nesbitt had to deal with either. But this time, Amari Berry was already in his grill. So when Nesbitt jumped up to catch the ball and tried to bring it back down and to a place where he can run with it, that's when Berry knocked it out.
Yeah, Morales goes under center and takes the snaps.
Yeah,
so maybe
sure does.
The center's more comfortable with.
Could be.
With that.
Pitch back to Nesbitt, and he'll get past the original line of scrimmage and be brought down at his own 43-yard line. So a pickup of about 4 on the play will bring up a 3rd down and 6.
Pinnell gets the stop there. So big third down. Try to get Mount Vernon to go 3 and out here.
For the first time. Collinsville defense has not enjoyed a 3 and out against Mount Vernon so far in this game. 7:25 left to play here in this first half. 14-12 in favor of the Rams. And now we're going to go back to Nesbitt. No, we're going to go back to Morales. Okay. But Nesbitt is back there deep. And the handoff is going to go to no one that's going to get any yardage. Josh Crowder gets buried behind the line of scrimmage, and he gets taken all the way back to the 35-yard line. But I believe they're going to give him forward progress, and they'll mark the ball down at the 46-yard line. So it's going to bring up 4th down and about 7 to go now after a loss of a yard on the play. So we will see the punt unit out for the first time for Mount Vernon. And I believe that might be Jack Laughlin out there to punt. McIntyre back at his own 35-yard line. Here's the snap. And the kick is high, end over end. And it'll back up McIntyre, who drops the ball, picks it up at the 27-yard line, puts on the brakes, goes forward, gets it across the 30, and he'll probably be brought down around the 34, 35-yard line. So all in all, it ended up being quite the adventurous punt return for about 6 yards.
I don't recall McIntyre taking many punt returns, has he?
I don't think so.
So he's back there on that one. Good thing he got some good blocks here, lots of yardage before he was finally able to corral the ball in.
Yeah.
And the clock continues to run, even though it should have stopped here.
Yeah, Mario Rogers usually is the one who's returning the punt. He came in tonight averaging 21.5 yards on kickoff returns, but as a team, Collinsville was averaging about 37 yards on punt returns, but that was only about 6. Here's Pinnell. He's going to step up and run. He zigs. He zags. He's got a first down. Steps over a player. Pushes one aside. And then he's still dancing. And he's into territory belonging to Mount Vernon. And gets down to the Rams' 43-yard line. How about that, Grandma Star?
That was a heck of a run up the middle.
Sure was.
Bouncing off of guys. Kicked it to the far sideline there, and then ran out of running room there, came back inside and
used a stiff arm.
Lots of things going on there for a tough quarterback.
That was nice. Pinnell back to pass now, but this one's whistled dead. And we're going to have a timeout called by Mount Vernon, so they will use their first timeout. 4:58 left to play here in this second quarter. We'll go ahead and keep it here for this one.
We would have had, if he could have kept that going all the way to the end zone, we would have had the ultimate highlight. We might have been on something.
Might have been on, what do they call that, Sports Center? You know, I haven't watched ESPN Sports Center in years, I don't think. I used to watch that religiously because the one thing I loved about it was the top 10 at the end of every hour. But I just haven't watched. Well, I lost it for a couple of weeks there when Disney and Spectrum had their little fight going on. It didn't even have ESPN.
Yeah, I'll tune in to ESPN, just watch a game and tune it out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that would have been a heck of a highlight if he could have kept that all the way in zone, even though it still was.
Yeah, he had to hurdle over one would-be tackler, and then he stiff-armed another would-be tackler, put on a couple of nice little juke moves over there. One bounce left, one bounce right, and he kept on going. That was a nice pickup.
I expect these Cahoks to have a lot of energy here today. We had a half day of school.
Yeah.
They got out there at 11. Maybe got some extra rest here today, and before coming back, getting on this bus and getting out here to Mount Vernon. So energy shouldn't be a problem here today.
3 wide receivers over here on the left side, 1 on the right side. Here's the snap. Pinnell back to pass, dumps it down the middle on the screenplay. Got him right to McIntyre, and McIntyre got swallowed up after a gain of about 3 on the play. So that's going to bring up a second down and about 7 to go here for Collinsville as the ball sits on Mount Vernon's 40-yard line. Collinsville working quickly here. Hurry up offense. Same formation. Here's the snap. And down the middle, Pinnell goes in. Oh, boy. Another pass dropped. This one by Amari Rogers, and we've had a couple of drop passes here in this game.
Yeah, hopefully the Cahoks just don't. Shades back to the first game of the year. First half had lots of drop passes. So So hopefully can not keep that going here. Catch the next one.
Yeah, because that was in stride, and that would have been a nice gain.
And he would have got, stretched the field out, got to that sideline, maybe got up towards the end zone, which has been Rogers' strong suit throughout this game.
3rd down and 7 now for the Kahawks. Here's the snap. Pennell back to pass again. Throws the ball to Rogers. Rogers has a first down as he is brought down at around the 31-yard line. Just needed to get up to the 33, so Collinsville moves the chains once again.
Great play calling by Coach. Hey, just call his name again. You dropped the last one. We'll come back to you.
Yeah, did the same thing to KJ earlier.
Come right back to you. Get the confidence. We're not afraid to go to you. We'll get the first down.
This time the wide receivers are all stacked up over on the right side. McIntyre stands over the right shoulder of Pennell. Here's the snap. Pennell's going to keep it this time. He jumps across the middle, has a little bit of help from behind, and gets up inside the 25-yard line. They'll say he went down at about the 26.
Flag on the play.
And a flag on the play. What was that move? What was that call?
I'm not sure.
I don't think I've ever seen that hand gesture before.
I've seen it. I'm not. The term is not coming to me. But big penalty on Mount Vernon will move the ball up even more. Yeah, they keep marching this one off. So.
Horse collar, yeah.
Horse collar talk is what's been announced. I guess.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was tugging on his collar.
Okay, so this will bring the Cats all the way up to the 16.
Yeah, first down, and now we have more movement. Flags everywhere. This one's going to go against Collinsville. So Mount Vernon will get some of that back. It'll be 1st and 15. As we are down to 3:40 left to play here in this first half. Don't forget, we have the Woods Basement Systems halftime show coming up for you. At the end of this second quarter, we'll scour the internet, find some scores across the world of football in the state of Illinois. 3 wide receivers now on the left side, 1 over on the far side. That's KJ. And McIntyre remains the lone running back. A throw, and I think that one might have got partially tipped as that one bounced to Amari Rogers, and it's a good thing because if he would have caught it, he would have lost about 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, he tries to do everything he can to catch it, but it actually ends up being best to not catch that one. You don't want to lose yardage.
So 2nd down and 15 now for Collinsville as the Kahawks are looking to try to take the lead here for the first time. Kahawks are trailing for the first time since the opening of week number 1 at Belleville East.
Yeah, the end of that game.
And a pass, and
pick it up, pick it up.
Man, oh man. Pass was out to KJ. KJ turned around and tried to flip it to a player for Collinsville. I believe that he was trying to flip it back to Edwin Kircher, and Kircher never caught it. Ball hit the ground. Kircher didn't try to even bend down and pick it up. That's all taking place behind the line of scrimmage. That means that's a live ball, and that's going to belong to Mount Vernon.
It's a forward pass to KJ who caught it and then laterals it back. He's trying to lateral it to offensive lineman Kircher. Yeah, Edwin Kircher, and Kircher just is not used to handling the ball, so he didn't think to recover it there. And then
I wonder if that was a designed play or if KJ knew that he was about to get wrapped up and decided to try to get rid of the ball. I don't know. I'll have to ask somebody that question. Here's a run up the middle, and not a lot of room, but there's about 5 yards on the play, I believe. That was Smith Henson.
You got to think it was maybe KJ trying to do a little too much. They do have that play in that lateral type play, but I wouldn't think you'd want to lateral it to a lineman.
No, especially when you're down inside your opponent's 30-yard line. I don't know.
So
3 minutes left to play here in this first half.
Turnover for each team.
Jaden Morales comes out from the sideline into the huddle to relay the play to his teammates. They break huddle. Ball on the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 5 for Mount Vernon. Nice tight formation once again. Morales under center. Nesbitt deep in the backfield, and Nesbitt will get the handoff and go up the middle, and he will get about a yard before he stopped. I believe Tongay was in on that, as well as Roland Arms, the 2 leading tacklers for Collinsville. Both of them came in with 14 tackles tonight. Roland Arms has 2 sacks. Tongay has 1. Habermill has a couple as well. Collinsville, 6 quarterback sacks on the year, 5 fumbles recovered, so 6 fumbles recovered now. And they have a couple of interceptions, does the defense for the Kahawks.
Those numbers will continue to go up with Mount Vernon running the ball like this. Those secondary guys will continue to get these stops, whether they're up the field or in the back.
3rd down and 4 for Mount Vernon. Here's a snap, and the handoff is going to go to Smith Henson. He's got some room. He's got the 1st down. He's not going to get much farther than that, but it does move the chains.
Mount Vernon will be content probably to just not even find the end zone here before the end of this half. They'll get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah.
And they'll just happy to run this clock out and get to halftime.
Each team has 2 timeouts. We have 90 seconds and counting here in this second quarter. 2-point lead for Mount Vernon.
The Chaos can hold Mount Vernon to something negative here. You might look at want to call a timeout.
Morales under center. He's going to go back to pass.
No surprise.
He's going to put that ball all the way up in the air. Nesbitt, somehow or another, comes down with it. In Collinsville territory at the Kahok 44. That ball was more high than it was downfield, and I don't think anybody for Collinsville ever looked up to see the ball.
Yeah, 4 guys. They all encircled Nesbitt to stop him from getting any farther, but he makes the catch. And just when I say I think Mount Vernon's content with running this to half, they catch everybody off guard by throwing the ball down the field.
Yeah, they did. Timeout Mount Vernon, so they have 1 timeout left. We'll take a quick break, and we're back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
.50 seconds left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. Glad you are with us on a Friday night, Italian Fest night in Collinsville. Hope everybody's having fun. I'll be up there tomorrow night. 1st and 10 for the Rams on the Kahawk 44. Here is a handoff. It goes to Smith Henson up the middle, I believe. Nesbitt up the middle, and he didn't get very far. He got a yard.
Tripped up by Zay Norton before he can get anywhere, and Mount Vernon's not going to call a timeout.
So we're down to 30 seconds left to play here in this first half, and Mount Vernon does have 1 more timeout left in their pocket. As Morales is under center, deep once again is Nesbitt, and Nesbitt gets the ball, tries the right side, and gets up to the 40-yard line before he is driven back. And we'll see if Mount Vernon wants to stop the clock, and they will with 10.8 seconds left. So Mount Vernon is out of timeouts. Probably 1 try to the end zone, maybe 2.
Yeah, it's 3rd down. You can try for something. Well, you don't have a timeout, so you can work the sideline here and maybe get the 1st down, and you could maybe spike it. So there are a few options here for Mount Vernon, or they could just heave it down here and see where it goes.
Yeah, they have the ball on the left hash mark closest to their sideline. So as you mentioned, they could run it to the sideline, and if they need to step out of bounds, they can. But
just that turnover for the Chaos, that is so unfortunate. You may be in field goal range.
Yeah.
And just if you can get the lead in this game, it changes so much. Trailing this Mount Vernon team and letting them control this pace is not what you want to be doing here tonight.
10.8 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Mount Vernon has the ball, 3rd down and 6 at the Collinsville 40. We'll see how they want to play this one. Morales is going to stay in the game under center. Nesbitt, he's deep in the backfield. And the snap and pass is going to be caught by Nesbitt in the backfield. He's got some room, and he's going to get taken down, and that's going to do it for the first half as Mount Vernon is out of timeout. So after 1 half of play, Mount Vernon will go to the locker room with a 2-point lead, 14-12.
I'd hold it here for a minute. Okay, the teams are walking off. I thought
there was a flag?
Well, no, I thought the clock maybe should have stopped by around 2 seconds, but they would move the change and then wind it. But I think everybody's content here. We might have the halftime. Go ahead and do what you're going to do.
All right, well, we'll take us to the halftime show, brought to you by Woods Basement Systems. Woods Basement Systems, all things basement-y. Working to keep homes dry since 1986. That's Woods Basement Systems. Give them a call at their Collinsville headquarters at 618-708-4055. We will scour the internet, look for some scores for you, and bring those to you in just a moment, along with a little live marching band action from the Mount Vernon Rams High School Marching Band. All that and more coming up here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
We love to have you come work for the City of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the City of Collinsville.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the Kahok Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily, with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem.
Well, we welcome you back to Mount Vernon High School, and the clock operator left the booth before he started the clock for halftime, and it was just sitting there at 0 for a long time. So we're probably looking at a little bit of a longer halftime. So we're going to let you guys listen to the Mount Vernon Rams High School Marching Band in their brand new uniforms. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mount Vernon Rams High School Marching Band. We have another break coming up for you, and when we come back, we will pass along some halftime scores or some scores that are approaching halftime as the Woods Basement System halftime show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at collinsvilledailynews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at collinsvilledailynews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. And once again, we welcome you back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show here at Mount Vernon. We are a few minutes away from the start of quarter number 3, and after hearing the marching Rams of Mount Vernon High School, we'll now turn things over to Chris Kettler, who will give you the out-of-town scores. Chris?
Okay, Calcs down here 14-12 at halftime here at Mount Vernon. Other scores are Edwardsville's leading O'Fallon 19-7. Alton leads Bubba West 7-6. Breeze Central leads Freeburg 25-7. Mater Dei beating Madison 38-0. Dupo and West Clint are tied 8-8. Redbud leads Carlisle 13-0. Altoff trails St. Dominic out of St. Charles, Missouri 14-13. Salem leads East Alton Wood River 27-0. Triad is beating Waterloo 21-14. Roxana 20. Columbia 0. Highland 13-7 over Mascoutah. And Granite City and Koki are forfeiting their games tonight, and the Cardinals are down 4-1 in the third inning.
All right, and you say Altoff's losing?
Altoff's losing 14-13 to St. Dominic.
So next week we have Granite City coming into Kahok Stadium, and I believe after that we have Altoff coming in, right?
That's correct. Both home games, and Altoff game will be homecoming.
Altoff homecoming. All right, 14-12 here. That's going to pretty much do it for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show, although we still have a lot of time left since the clock never got started here when it was supposed to at the end of the second quarter. So Collinsville is already back out onto the field, as you can see, and from my estimation, we've got about 5 minutes left of halftime. So one more break coming your way, and we'll come back and bring you third quarter action in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC. 618-960-9346 or online at chapmantruckingllc.net. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Back here at Mount Vernon High School, Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. Collinsville trails by 2, 14-12. Mount Vernon will get the ball back first as we are still a couple of minutes away from getting quarter number 3 underway. So, Chris Kettler, what kind of halftime adjustments do you make if you're the Kahawks?
Well, got to stop the run. I mean, that's already been what's going on here, and we got to get the lead here. This will totally change the game if the Kahawks can play this game from ahead. Mount Vernon just wants to continue to run the ball, milk this clock out, and we got to stop making mistakes. Just the one turnover, but it was very damaging enough here, and I think Mount Vernon will continue to be conservative as long as they have the lead here. So the Kahawks have got to, if they can get another big turnover, punch the ball out, anything they can to get this spark here to start this second half, get this ball back and find a way to get down the field and take the lead and just really change the look of this game.
Yeah, first things first, if you're the Kahawks, you would like to have Mount Vernon on a 3-and-out on their first possession, right?
Yeah, the Kahawks have held Mount Vernon to some punts here, and the Kahawks have been really selling out on stopping the run, and then Mount Vernon showed that, hey, maybe we will throw the ball down the field in the second half. Maybe they really weren't trying to score there at the end of the first half, but they were just trying to show that, hey, maybe we will throw the ball. So the Kahawks do have to look out for that here as we go along, as we have some loud bells and a heck of a fan base here in Mount Vernon.
Oh, yeah. Well,
cheering on their team.
This is their home opener. They've been waiting 3 weeks to sit in these stands and clang on those bells. I'm going to have to put on some rock and roll music in the car on the way back and turn it up just to get that sound out of my head.
Those ringing bells.
I'm telling you.
We'll do it.
Told you earlier, in case you didn't hear or you didn't follow the Facebook page, and I believe that even the Edwardsville Intelligencer did a story on the last time these two teams met. 80 years ago, man, 1943. Collinsville lost that game 40-0. Matter of fact, that year they only scored 27 total points, and they were shut out in 6 straight games. That must not have been a fun year. That and World War II was going on, too.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That must have been a very weird time in not just Collinsville, in America and in the world, yeah. So there might not have been a lot of people paying attention to some high school football back then with more stuff going on, but who knows anymore with 80 years have passed since then.
Yeah. They've been playing football here at Mount Vernon since 1925. Of course, everybody knows by now 1974 was the first year that the state instituted a playoff schedule in Illinois. Rams qualified that first year, but they lost in the first round in a 4A game, 38-21 to Mattoon. And Mattoon ended up going all the way to the state semifinal where they ended up losing that game. Rams wouldn't make the playoffs again for another 10 years. 13 times, though, they have made the playoffs since 1974. Best year, 2005. They went 11-1, and their only loss that year came in the 6A quarterfinals under this current head coach, Dan Mings. They lost the game 40-14 to Normal Community High School. They went to the quarterfinals one other time in their history, and that was in 1988 when they were a 5A school. They lost 28-0 to Peoria Richwoods that year. And that year, They beat O'Fallon in round number 1, and they beat Edwardsville in round number 2. In both of those years, their head coach was Brad Pancoast. So they've had some time in the playoffs, and they've gotten to the quarterfinals on a couple of occasions, but just never been able to bring home that trophy.
And I don't know if you touched on it or not, but Mount Vernon had a heck of a team last year, and they had to forfeit 2 games, and that really knocked their playoff seed down, and they ended up with a much tougher playoff game
All right.
last year.
Kickoff is underway, and we are underway here in quarter number 3. It's picked up by Nesbitt over on the far side. You know, I was wondering why they kicked it over to that side, because he's going to go up the line, and he is going to take himself a 85-yard touchdown.
Well, a disastrous start for the second half of the Kahawks. Mount Vernon runs it all the way back. Nesbitt goes untouched all the way to the end zone, and the Kahawks will have a much deeper hill to climb up here in the second half. Might be a good idea for Mount Vernon to, well, they got the kicker out, but I think the numbers would tell you to get this to a 10-point lead.
Man, oh man, that was disastrous. You know, the first couple of kickoffs we've had after our touchdowns, they have gone to the other side of the field. They stayed away from Nesbitt on purpose, but this time they kicked it over to his side, and that gamble did not pay off. Here's the extra point try, and this one is blocked, so the extra point won't count. Collinsville will now trail by 8, which is a lot better than trailing by 9, because you can get that touchdown and that 2-point conversion to tie it.
Yeah, so it's still just a 1-score game. The Kahawks haven't been able to get either 2-point conversions, but if they can get a touchdown here, it would be 20-18, and they would go for 2 again to try to tie it. So still some more work to do. Not the start you want for the second half.
Not at all. So Collinsville already had an uphill battle. Now they've made that uphill battle a little steeper.
Maybe the positive is Mount Vernon gets the score. They at least didn't chew up some amount of clock here.
13 seconds.
Yeah, they maybe, you know, if you could have gave up a score and they had a long 5, 6, 7 minute drive, shoot up the clock. So that's maybe the positive, that only 13 seconds have went off the clock.
Yeah.
If that can be positive.
So Nesbitt has proven to be the guy to stop here in this game tonight, and so far Collinsville hasn't had much of an answer. They got a fumble recovery of their own after Nesbitt fumbled the ball on a direct snap. But they have to find a way to stop him. And now, a very busy man Truman Carnine has been. This is his, 5th kickoff? Opening kickoff plus the 4 touchdowns, or 3 touchdowns, so his 4th kickoff. Back deep, Chase Reynolds and Amari Rogers. And let's get our own kickoff return for a touchdown. That's going to back Chase Reynolds all the way up to the 5-yard lines, across the 10, 15, 20. Brings it up the sideline and gets spun out of bounds by Jack Kessler. And if Kessler wouldn't have got to him, he might have had a chance to bring it up this sideline, because I don't think there was much behind him.
Mount Vernon was starting to cut off the side there. They probably would have forced him out of bounds more towards midfield, but it would have been some more positive yards and some better field position for the Kahawks.
So Collinsville will get their first crack here in the third quarter. Trailing now by 8 are the Kahawks. 11:42 left in the third, plenty of time. As Pennell and company on offense. Pennell in shotgun, has McIntyre over his right shoulder. 3 wide receivers on that right side, 1 over here on the near side. Here's the handoff to McIntyre. He cuts up the middle after initially starting to run toward the sideline, gets it up to the 30, gain of about 2 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 8.
Maybe trying to juke out the defenders there near the sidelines. They're cutting it in, but there was no running room there for McIntyre.
So 2nd down and 8. Collinsville with the ball on their own 30-yard line. Again, 3 wide receivers on the far side. On the farther side is KJ Thorpes-Watt. Isaiah Gordon over here on the near side. Pennell takes a high snap. He's going to go back to pass, and he throws a long bomb down the middle, and he has got a catch. Does Amari Rogers. Can't believe there wasn't a flag thrown on that play, but nevertheless, it's complete, and that's a big, big play there for Collinsville.
Defenders all over him, but it didn't matter anyway. Rogers makes the catch, and gains way more than 15 yards, and the Kahawks flip the field here, and now they're in good position down here near the 30.
From their own 30 to the opponent's 31. Here's a snap and a sideline pass goes to Amari Rogers. He eludes one tackler, gets past another, and gets up to about the 27-yard line. So all in all, he was about to get dropped for a loss in the backfield, but he ends up getting 2 yards out of that play.
Coach stays with a hot hand, gives Rhodes another catch, or Rogers with another catch there, and was almost a disastrous play. Negative play at least, and some positive there.
Mario Rogers will travel over to the right side of the formation this time. Gordon is the lone wide receiver over here on the near side. McIntyre, the lone running back. Pinnell's back to pass again. He'll step up and run, and he'll have to switch directions. And he gets a little bit of room, comes across the 20, and he's still alive at the 10. Puts on another juke move. Man, I tell you what, that kid's got some juke moves, doesn't he? Down to the 7-yard line for Pinnell.
Didn't seem like that was going to be much. Just
I know.
Try to get a few yards and go on to third down, and then gets it all the way to the outside and down inside the 10.
First and goal from the 8 here for Collinsville.
Kahawks are cooking now.
Chase Reynolds will head back to the sideline as they'll bring in Devin Habermill as a tight end over on the right side of the formation. 2 wide receivers over there. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to McIntyre. He's going to try to follow Habermill all the way in. He's going to get some help from behind from his teammates, but they're going to put him down at about the 1.5-yard line. So second and goal for the Kahawks from there.
Then a successful play for the Kahawks. McIntyre up the middle, following the extra block by Habermill. And almost that secondary push. Got him near the goal line, but he's all the way back to the 2.
2-yard line is where they set the ball down, so it'll be second and goal from there. Habermill will stay in the game as Pinnell brings the play call in from the sideline. McIntyre will remain the running back. Rogers and Thorpes-Watt over on the far side. Gordon over here on the near side. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to McIntyre once again, and he will be short of the first down. He got about a yard on the play, so it'll be first and goal from the 1 this time.
Hole closed up quickly. Did get 1 yard there, but it'll be third down.
I would imagine if you don't make it here on third, you'll go for it on fourth. Pinnell, same setup. 2 wide receivers on the right side, 1 on the left side. Pinnell, he lost the ball, and thankfully Ryan McIntyre found it at the 5-yard line, so it'll be fourth down and goal from the 5 for Collinsville. And the Kahawks look like they're going to go for it because Chase Reynolds is the only one coming in from the sideline. And instead of Nick Shantz, Habermill will go off, and Collinsville will try to punch this in on fourth down.
Pinnell started going, went under center. I don't know if Corey Patton, center, knew that he was under center, or the snap just went through Pinnell's hands, and the Kahawks will have fourth down from the 5.
There's the snap. Pinnell back to pass. He throws. He's got Ryan McIntyre, but he's wrapped up immediately after he crosses the 5-yard line. And a big touchdown-saving tackle there by Malachi Mays will give the Rams back the ball inside the 5-yard line.
Big play to flip the field for the Kahawks. And then a great run by Pinnell gets them in prime scoring opportunity. They just can't punch it in on the four opportunities. Continuing to trail this game.
7:14 left to play here in this third quarter. This will be a nice time for a turnover or a 3-and-out at least.
Nice that the Cows could maybe assume that Mount Vernon's going to run here, bring a lot of guys in here, and maybe try to knock them back in the end zone and get 2.
Jaden Morales is under center. Watch for Nesbitt to get the ball coming out of the end zone, and instead they're going to give it to Smith Henson.
Yeah, Cats over a pursuit there. Smith Henson, the up man, gets it, and he has plenty of running room there for about 4 or 5 yards.
They're going to call it 5, so a gain of 5, second down and 5 upcoming. As Morales brings his play in from the sideline from head coach Mings. A little bit more breathing room now for the Rams. Nesbitt, the deep man in the backfield. Morales under center, and he hands the ball off once again, and this one's going to be brought down at about the 8, so a gain of about 2 will bring up a 3rd down and 3. I believe that was Josh Crowder who ran that ball, and now he comes off the field favoring his right leg.
Yeah, he comes off hobbling here, and Jack Kessler will come in to replace him. So big 3rd down. Cats looking for the stop here. Force Mount Vernon to punt from their own end zone.
They only gave him a yard on that play, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 as Morales heads to the huddle with a fresh play. And Collinsville needs a big stop here. Morales under center. Nesbitt deep in the backfield. He gets the handoff, and he is going to go nowhere. And that's going to bring up a 4th down after Nesbitt was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So the Rams are going to have to punt.
Nesbitt just runs in the hands of Michael Tongay, and 6 other Cahoks push it way back, but it doesn't count for getting him pushed back in the end zone. It'll be 4th and down from the 8.
Blake Sanders, the 5'6", 150-pound punter, will come on, and he'll be punting from about the 1-yard line. McIntyre will stand back at around the Rams' 35-yard line, so Collinsville looks to get some great field position out of this punt.
Nice if Cass could get a block here or something big, some kind of big play.
No, Sanders is in the end zone. Never mind, I was looking at the other guy. End-over-end kick, and McIntyre catches it at the 40, turns upfield, and gets pushed out of bounds right in front of the Rams bench.
Williams could have maybe got called for a block in the back. No flag was thrown there, but another flag is thrown over at the 15.
That's in
after the play was over.
Face mask, is that what's going to be called against Mount Vernon?
Unsportsmanlike? Was this?
I don't know.
This bird-looking wave thing. So if that's unsportsmanlike on Mount Vernon, the Cahoks, McIntyre went out of bounds at the 31. This will put him in great field position.
Yeah, put him down inside the 20.
Down to the 16 if it's a 15-yard penalty. I'm telling Mount Vernon to back up. I'm seeing things right here. Finally, the umpire will march off the penalty yardage. So, okay, let's just pretend like the
miss on 4th down didn't happen?
Miss on 4th down didn't happen. We just got, Mount Vernon got the ball to have a few yards here, and we'll start to punch us in from the 16. But Mount Vernon will call timeout.
Mount Vernon will use a timeout early here in the second half, so we'll take a quick timeout as well. And we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Back here at Mount Vernon High School, Pennell back to pass, throws it into the corner, and he just overthrows Maury Rogers Parrott. And I was going to try to remind you about the Collinsville Junior Service Club's golf scramble set for Sunday, October 1st, Arlington Greens Golf Course in Granite City. For more information, call 618-210-7273. And don't forget, the Junior Service Club has some fine tasting toasted ravioli at the Italian Fest going on right now. And they have a big old basket that they're going to raffle off all kinds of gift certificates in that basket. 2nd down and 10 now for Collinsville. Ball on the opponent's 16-yard line. Pennell in shotgun once again. McIntyre over his right shoulder, split wide receivers, 2 on either side. Pennell's going to keep it. He goes up the middle, and he's going to be close to a 1st down as he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. I believe they had to get to the 6, and looks like actually that's where they're going to spot it. Actually, the spot by the guy who put the ball down looks a lot more favorable. And referee looking at things now. He calls it a first down, so first and goal here for the Kahawks from the Rams 6.
The draw play's been successful for the Kahawks throughout the night. Some big blocks from guys like Caden Hurd on that offensive line. And now we're back to where we were earlier. First and goal on the 6.
Kevin Habermill in the game once again. Rogers and Thorpe over on the far side. Gordon over on the near side. Snap, hand up. That goes, oh man, just across the 5-yard line. First carry of the night for Collinsville's Zay Norton. And I thought for a minute there he was going to bust that into the end zone.
Well, Vernon player goes down injured.
Looks like a cramp going on. They're going to go ahead and take care of both legs.
Cool night. Cramping shouldn't be much of a problem.
It was a little warm out here when the sun was out, that's for sure. It was nice and toasty in this press box. 3:55 left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville trailing by 8. Big play so far, a 85-yard touchdown return on the kickoff to open up the second half by Navante Nesbitt, and that is what's given Mount Vernon their 8-point lead. It was just a 2-point lead at the start of this third quarter.
The Kahawks have been chasing 2-point conversions in this game. It was a big play actually that benefited Mount Vernon by jumping off sides on the Kahawks' first extra point.
Yeah, Collinsville has missed 2-point conversion tries here in this game.
It'll be second and goal on the 5 whenever we can get this Mount Vernon player, get him remedied and ready to go.
Yeah, normally cramping up doesn't take that long. That's why I didn't take a commercial break.
So Kahawks have had plenty of time to draw up a play. Try to find this end zone on second down.
Second and goal from the 5-yard line is where the ball sits. And besides the first play from scrimmage into the corner of the end zone, Collinsville has tried to run the ball into the end zone. Their last possession and now on this one as well. See if they want to switch things up here a little bit. Coaches all have white jackets on now, so it must be a little bit chillier down there on the field than it is up here in this press box.
Still feels pretty warm in this booth.
Yeah, like I said, there is no wind still. Looking out at the American flag over here next to this scoreboard. It's just laying limp.
But we are here in kind of some wide open land that is actually a stone's throw south of the town limits of Mount Vernon. They continue to work on this player.
Yeah, I guess we're going to have to take a commercial break instead of showing you a guy that's getting worked on the field. So we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Harry Rudolph was the injured Rams player. He's finally off the field, and Collinsville can go back to work. Same setup. Zay Norton leaves the backfield, though, so Pinnell, he runs forward, and he's in for a touchdown. Kahawks.
I think I see a flag. So
God, I
of
hope
course.
not.
So of course. This one we think we finally
it's coming
might
back.
get this thing tied up.
Holding against Collinsville, so negate the 5-yard run to pay dirt for Pinnell, and now things are going to get a little bit more tough. Instead of having the ball on the 5-yard line, it's going to be on the 15-yard line.
This is where we started the possession. Now it'll be second and goal from this spot. Kahawks need to find the end zone from this far out on one of the next 3 plays. barring any defensive penalties.
All right. 2 wide receivers on both sides of this formation. Zay Norton remains the lone running back. He stands to the right of Pennell. Pennell goes back to pass. He's being chased, and he gets thrown down. Big open field tackle there by Aiden Weems.
Mount Vernon just brings the blitz there and comes around the blind side there of Pennell, and he gets taken down, and has to push way back here now down near the 30.
3rd and goal from the 28-yard line. There is no first down to get, so you either need to get it in the end zone or get it within striking distance for a chance to try to kick a field goal. Pennell back to pass. Looks, throws in the end zone, and that's tipped at the last moment. I tell you what, Malachi Mays came to play tonight. He has been involved in a lot of tackles and disruptions against that Collinsville offense, and the Kahawks turned the ball over on downs.
That was 3rd down. This
was third down.
This will be 4th down.
You can't kick a field goal from here because I don't know. Chance trying it from about 45 yards seems a lot.
Oh, he's good from 36, and you said he thought you would be good from about 46, but that's a very low percentage play, and the Cavs will go for this one, try to find the end zone.
Now back to pass once again. He looks to the far side, throws it on the far side. He's got Rogers, but I believe that was intercepted.
Marlon Price intercepts it there, and the Kahawks 2 possessions in this 3rd quarter deep in Mount Vernon's territory. Still haven't found the end zone.
Well, the interception means that Mount Vernon will get the ball on the 20-yard line instead of getting it on the 35.
They lose it. Well, that's probably almost better for them to chew up the clock, really. They got more yards to work with up the field, so the Chaos got to continue to get some stops.
2:52 left to play here in the 3rd quarter, and things just aren't going the Kahawks' way right now. I think that opening 85-yard return on the kickoff kind of hurt. Well, it definitely hurt, but I think maybe it's bothered him a lot more than we thought. Direct snap to Nesbitt, and he had to jump up to get that snap. And he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He might have got across for a gain of 1.
Barry got in the backfield there again. So like when Nesbitt didn't fumble the ball, that could have been a very similar play with Barry getting in the backfield. But it's a small gain.
Got about a half a yard on the play. Clock continues to run with 2:25 left to play here in quarter number 3. Kahawks trail by 8. Had a couple of opportunities to get in the end zone and finally did get in the end zone, but a holding call got the touchdown called back. And so the Kahawks still trail. Nesbitt stays in at quarterback, takes another high snap, brings it down and cuts it up and gets taken down at about the 25-yard line. So a gain of 5 on the play will bring up a 3rd down and 5 for Mount Vernon.
Barry once again getting the backfield, and Nesbitt would have fumbled that snap just a little bit more. He would have been right there for a sack or an opportunity for another turnover. So 3rd down, Cats need to get this stop. They did it before.
3rd down and a short 5 if you're Mount Vernon, a long 5 if you're a Kahawk. And once again, Nesbitt will be in shotgun. He'll take the snap, and he'll be stopped. And all the way back to the 20-yard line. He's going to get forward progress up to about the 23, but that's going to be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring on the punt unit.
Devin Habermill on the defensive line gets past his guy, and Nesbitt just runs right into his arms, and Barry helps clean that one up. The Kahawks force Mount Vernon to go 3 and out again on their another possession here in the 3rd quarter here as the final seconds start to tick off here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Nesbitt's run on that kickoff to start the 3rd quarter is the only scoring and the only movement of the ball, really. For
Kahok's
Mount
bringing
Vernon.
lots of guys.
Oh, that's blocked. And it's rolling. It's going to be picked up by Roland Arms, and he'll get dumped out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Collinsville will have the ball, 1st and goal from the Rams 5.
Roland Arms blocked it. The Cahoks brought all kinds of guys to block that. I was hoping they might try to do that back when Mount Vernon punted in the end zone. And now we'll have another 1st and goal from the 6.
Another opportunity inside the 10-yard line to get into that end zone.
Just 33 seconds left to go in this 3rd quarter. Cahoks. Let's just run. Well, let's try to get in the end zone here. But if we don't get in the end zone here, let's flip the field. I don't like this end anymore. Unless we score here on this play, then I will like it.
Yeah. All right, they bring in Habermill once again as a tight end. 2 wide receivers over here on this side. It's going to be a keeper by Pinnell, and he's not going to get very far. He's going to lose some yardage. Yeah, now I'd let the clock run out.
Yeah, let's get away from this south end of the field. This has been nothing but a disaster down here, and I'm sure the Cahoks will let this go to the quarter. 4-yard loss on the play.
Yeah, going to be 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line, but most likely that's going to take place in the 4th quarter as the clock will hit zeros, and we will head to the 4th quarter, and we'll be back to tell you all about the 4th quarter in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420.
Todd Duke and Chris Kettler back with you. Welcome back to cowbell country here in Mount Vernon. Chris and I were talking about this earlier. I didn't think noisemakers were allowed at stadiums, high school football stadiums. I know a couple of times that we've done football games, people were told to remove them, but not here.
We'll try this north end zone here.
Yeah.
See if we can't get this ball finally in, as the Cahoks have been trying and trying this entire second half to punch this ball in. The only time they got it in, it was called back for a penalty. Let's see how this play goes.
Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Zay Norton, and Norton will just bury his head down and get back to the original line of scrimmage, which was the 5-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and goal. That's only going to give him to the 7.
See where they spot it. I think it's about the 6.
Yeah.
Where the Cahoks started this possession.
Yep. Back up to the original line of scrimmage. We're underway here in quarter number 4. And once again, I've got to be 4-down territory, man. Unless you want to try to kick the field goal, get a little closer, but I don't know. Here is Pinnell in shotgun. He's going to go back to pass. Throws to Reynolds. Reynolds has got it. He's in for the touchdown. No flags on the field. That one's going to count. Collinsville touchdown.
It's a flare out to the left. Reynolds catches it just short of the end zone and does enough to stretch the field and get in the end zone here. So the Cahoks are now going to have to try for 2 for the 3rd time. They haven't gotten either of the first 2. If they can get this game will be tied, and it'll be a much more interesting game.
Yeah, right now Collinsville trails by the original 2 points they trailed by at the half. And they'll try to go for 2. Gordon on the far side, KJ over here on the near side. Zay Norton, the lone running back. Pinnell in shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to Norton. Norton, he busts forward.
He's in.
And I believe he is, and yes, touchdown. 2-point conversion. No, what? This one over here said yes, that one over there says no.
Well, the referees are going to have to get together on this. Yeah, the one on this side.
Yeah, the young lady who's the referee over here on this near side signaled touchdown, and the one on the far side said no. No!
Oh. I thought he was in from what I saw. I claim to know what the gentleman on the other side saw. And that's the call they were going with. It was close either way, and it's continued to trail in this game.
Man, oh man. 11:15 left to go here in this fourth quarter. And Mount Vernon continues to lead this game. Once again by 2 points. Timeout coming up. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Mount Vernon High School. 11:15 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 2-point contest. Mount Vernon has the 20-18 lead. And the Kahawks have missed 3 times on 2-point conversions tonight.
Yeah, the biggest play of the night for Mount Vernon is now jumping off sides on an extra point.
Yeah.
It's loud. The Kahawks having to be chasing these extra points all night. And
another little chip kick. That one's going to bounce, and it's going to roll all the way out of bounds, and that's going to bring out a flag because it goes out of bounds.
That's better than them running it back for a touchdown. Let's just set up here at the 35 and go for it from there.
Kahawks have held Mount Vernon to a 3-and-out on their first 2 possessions here in this second half. Of course, that followed the 85-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Navante Nesbitt, and right now that's the difference in the game.
The 2-point conversion was just such a huge play. This game would be totally different if we're tied and Mount Vernon's forced to try to get down the field. And they'll just continue to try to milk the clock, which actually hasn't been working for them in the last 2 possessions. So Kahawks defense just has got to go back to work here and get this ball back.
That they do. 1st and 10 from their own 35 now for Mount Vernon. 11:15 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Late guy coming in off the sidelines, Drew Wheeler for Mount Vernon. And we'll see if they're going to go, looks like they're going to go back to Jaden Morales at the quarterback position. And he's going to throw it on back. Nope, delay a game. They tried to get it off before the play clock got down to 0, but they did not. Now they're going to call it a false start, not a delay a game.
So they killed the play there just as Mount Vernon was getting it off because somebody jumped early. The clock was also getting near 0, which is what
I think it's probably why they jumped.
And they've been real close on that all night. With going back to the first touchdown, thought they jumped. I think they try to go make it as close as possible.
So 1st and 15 now, ball on the 30. That helps Collinsville out a little bit. Here is a handoff to Nesbitt. He gets bumped, but he stays on his feet until he is finally brought down by Darius Williams, but it's enough for a first down, a gain of 16 on the play. That's the first down for Mount Vernon here in this second half. Couldn't have come at a worse time.
3-and-out in their 2 possessions. Their only score was on the kickoff. They'll definitely use up all the play clock.
You know they will. Collinsville defense needs some stops. Turnover would be nice. As Morales and company break up to the line of scrimmage. Nesbitt, he's the deep man in the backfield. Morales under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Nesbitt. Nesbitt gets wrapped up in the backfield instantly by Amari Berry, and that's going to be a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 12.
Cavs changed up the defense a bit. They're going on the 4-man front here. Got Abernathy and not sure who the other one is, but 4 guys in there on the line.
Watch out for that. Watch out for that sneaky pass, though, man. You're expecting to run, and all of a sudden they may throw a pass in there and catch you off guard. There's Morales under center once again. And the snap, a pitch back to Nesbitt, and Nesbitt gets brought down right at midfield. Nice open field tackle there by Darren Pinnell as Nesbitt was off to the races there for a minute, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6.
Yes, with the 4 guys up front, Mount Vernon trying to swing it to the outside. Pitching back to Nesbitt. So a big 3rd down play here, 3rd and 6. Let's get this stop.
Need a big stop here and force Mount Vernon to punt once again.
I mean, going with these different looks. Morales in their quarterback, sometimes snapping it to Nesbitt. It's a lot for this Kahok defense here tonight.
3rd down and 6 from midfield. Morales under center once again for the Rams. Here's the snap, and the handoff again goes to Nesbitt. And Nesbitt gets pushed out of bounds right in front of his bench by Darren Pinnell. And it'll bring up a 4th down and about 3 to go.
Interesting call here for Mount Vernon, what they're going to do here.
Well, they're going to
4th and 4.
4th and 4, yeah. They marked it down at the 48-yard line. They need to get it up to the 39. And it looks right now as if Mount Vernon's going to go for it.
They're at least going to show that they are.
They're going to try to draw Collinsville offside and call a timeout is what I think they have up their sleeve.
4 yards is all they need for a 1st down, so 5-yard penalty would be beneficial. They did get one early in the game that helped them get their 1st touchdown.
Morales under center. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Nesbitt, and Nesbitt is going to be real close to the 1st down. And from the looks of the spot, it's going to be close.
It's very close. It looks like he almost didn't get across the 45, and then,
oh boy, that ball, the nose of that ball is touching the 44-yard line, and that's where they needed to get for the 1st down. So they're going to bring out the chains, and this one is going to be super close.
It's
either going to be short by an inch or it's going to be good by an inch.
Yeah, this is very, very close. It's crazy how close it is. That last little lunge by Nesbitt should have been stopped at the 45, and he's a little short, I think. Yes, he is.
Collinsville gets the ball back at the 44-yard line, and I tell you what, they missed that by an inch. So I said it was either going to be good by an inch or short by an inch.
Do we need to bring out the index card? Remember the NFL ref that had to bring out an index card?
Boy, oh boy. Collinsville catches a big break there. 8.5 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Collinsville trails by 2. As they have the ball at their own 44-yard line. 3 wide receivers on the far, 1 on the near. Looks like McIntyre is back in there at running back. There's a snap. Pinnell going back to pass. Down the middle he goes. It's high. He's got 2 players down there, and that's intercepted.
Malachi Mays. He's had a great game for Mount Vernon.
Sure has.
2 players, Rogers Parrott and Reynolds right there for the Chaos, and neither of them can come up with it. Chaos gives the ball right back.
Wow. Got the ball back by an inch and gave it right back on an INT.
Okay, defense, you got to go back to work again.
Oh, boy, I bet the defense is tired.
They didn't get much of a rest.
They did not. 8:21 left here in the 4th quarter.
Some of these guys are going 2 ways. Clearly Pinnell is. Reynolds is out there.
Morales is back under center. Wow, just a steady diet of handoffs to Nesbitt is what I'm expecting. There's a pitch back to Nesbitt, and he'll turn the corner this time, and he's gone.
Darius Williams ran his heart out there trying to chase Nesbitt down, and Nesbitt goes all the way for the touchdown. Kahawks are stacking it inside, trying to stop Mount Vernon running the ball at the middle, and they've been swinging to the outside, but Nesbitt, nobody can get a hand on him when he gets to the outside there. And
yeah, you got to give Mount Vernon a lot of credit, man. They came in here completely banged up, lost 2 of their quarterbacks, and had to change their game plan, and it's paid off. Extra point is partially blocked, and it's still good. That's how the things are rolling tonight for Mount Vernon and Collinsville. 27-18 in favor of Mount Vernon. Timeout coming your way before Collinsville gets the ball back. Right after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Back here at Mount Vernon High School, it is the Rams home opener after 3 straight road games, and they are making all their fans very happy. 27-18 in favor of Mount Vernon. And Collinsville will get the ball back with plenty of time left still. 8:08 left on the clock.
About this amount of time, week 9 against Centralia, Cats were down 10.
Yeah.
Came back and won.
Rogers Pro catches it at the 8-yard line. He's across the 20, cuts and moves, across the 30, 40, and oh, that's a horse collar tackle there. Where's the flag?
Could have got him on a horse collar tackle. No call. Could have used the extra yardage here, but
Just grabbed him right around the collar and pulled him back. How is that not a horse collar?
I don't know. Maybe okay, I'm not going to say that.
Man.
I was going to say maybe she's afraid to throw the flag. They didn't overrule her because we missed the 2-point conversion, but I'm not going to say that.
Wow. All right.
Time to go to work.
Yep, sure is. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Pennell back out there. 3 wide receivers far, 1 near. Here's a snap. Pennell's going to keep it. And he's going to go up the middle, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And we'll give him a 2-yard run on the forward progress, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Getting late in this game, the Kahawks have to get 2 scores.
Mount Vernon knows that, too. They're playing a little bit of prevent, but
this is the kind of game that Mount Vernon needs. This was the kind of game I was afraid of, the kind of type of game that was beneficial to Mount Vernon. They got the early lead and have done very well playing with the lead.
Yeah, Collinsville has never had the lead in this game. Here's a pass to Amari Rogers, a nice little slant, and he gets about 6. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2 into Mount Vernon territory at the Rams' 47-yard line. Need to get to the 45 for a 1st down. Clock continues to run, 7 minutes and counting here in this 4th quarter.
Time to empty the playbook bag here and bring some things you haven't done yet, that the other team hasn't seen, that might be successful.
Split wide receivers, 2 on either side. Here's the snap. Handoff is going to be kept by Pennell. He has the 1st down and a little bit more as he gets it up to the Rams' 40-yard line. And I think Collinsville going to call a timeout.
No, they're just stopping the clock for the chains. Pennell held on to the ball for the last minute and then had McIntyre as a blocker.
Kahawks go with the hurry-up offense. 3 wide receivers over here on the right side. Pennell looks down the middle. He got smacked as he threw that, and another interception. Nesbitt, he's still on his feet.
Good luck stopping this guy.
Yeah.
They'll get him out of bounds.
He's going to run out of bounds. And, all right, that might just about do it here on this one.
Pennell took quite a hit.
Yeah, he did. He got creamed when he let that ball go. Right as he was throwing that ball, he got hit.
Third interception of the night. Mount Vernon DBs have been spot on tonight, knocking the balls down and coming up with them when they needed them.
So things are not going well for the Kahawks here tonight, and you got to give some credit to the Rams for that. That's for sure.
As a team, we were just hearing that they were banged up, they were hurt, and you would expect a team like that maybe is ready to pack it in. And
they call that a trap game.
Yeah, well, maybe, but they're just playing well, and you just don't know what to expect out of them. And it's been a tough game. I was always expecting at the beginning of this game in Mount Vernon to be a very tough game, and that's how it's shaped up to be here today.
Morales back under center. There's a snap, and the handoff is going to go to Smith Henson, excuse me, and he'll pick up about 3, but clock continues to run away, and Kahawks being down 27-18. Nine-point lead. So the Kahawks do need 2 scores, but you got to have the ball back to do that sometimes. Collinsville has a fumble recovery that was returned for a touchdown in this game. We could use another one of those right about now. As you know, Mount Vernon's not going to throw the ball the rest of this game.
The only time they did was, fumble.
Yeah, there was a fumble, but it was immediately picked up. And
ends up falling forward for a few yards.
Turned it into positive yards, couple of yards on the play as Morales recovered the ball and then ran forward with it for a couple. So 3rd down and 5 coming up here for the Rams from the Kahawk 35-yard line. .445 left to play here in this 4th quarter. Rams break huddle.
Final seconds here on the play clock. They're working the clock all the way down.
They are. 3rd and 5. 2 seconds left on the clock. 1, and they got it off, and the pitch goes back to Nesbitt, and he gets tripped up in the back, and Habermill reached that big paw out there and grabbed that tennis shoe of Nesbitt, and Nesbitt couldn't recover. Loss of a yard on the play. It'll bring up 4th down and 6.
Probably just go for it here. Not much to gain on a punt, and you're up 2 scores. Maybe could have used the timeout here.
Clock under 4 minutes to go now, and the play clock still has 20 seconds left, so Rams are in no hurry to get that play out there.
And they may just wait and call timeout. And yeah, they're not sending a play, and they're going to call timeout once this gets down to 1.
So Mount Vernon will use their 2nd timeout. We will step aside. Back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Back here at Mount Vernon High School. Things are not going the way that the Kahawks expected here tonight as they trail 27-18, 3:33 left to play here in this 4th quarter. And it's a 4th down and 6 coming up here for Mount Vernon. Collinsville trying to get it one more stop here and get this ball back and try to get one of those quick scores. Onside kick, recover it, get another score. Who knows? That's why you play the game until the clock says 0. Here is Morales under center. He's going to hand the ball off on a little reverse. And that's a 1st down, and that's another touchdown.
Oh, and Price that time beats the pass the outside, cuts it back up the middle, and gets the touchdown. And Mount Vernon piling on now.
That they are. When I saw this game on the schedule, my first thought was, I hate the name Rams. Here's the extra point try. And it is high and end over end, and that one's going to fall short. So a missed extra point. Extra points have been kind of adventurous here tonight, that's for sure, to say the least. 33-18. Collinsville will get the ball back, but the Kahawks trail by a lot. And we will be back after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Kahawks will return home next week, where they are going to take on Granite City. It'll be Granite City next week, and then Althoff coming into town after that. So 2 straight home games. I'll try to forget about this one as soon as this one's over. Back deep, KJ Thorpe-Watt and Amari Rogers Parrott.
Well, we need a run back here.
Yeah.
Was ever time for one? This is it. Let's get it.
Nice deep kickoff. Takes Amari Rogers all the way back to the 6-yard line. He brings it up, cuts it across the middle, and he'll head over to the far sideline. He'll cut it back up the middle, and he'll be brought down. And a late flag comes in right at the end of that run from the sideline judge over here on this near side. Holding against Collinsville.
Just a recipe for not a good night for Collinsville. Turnovers, penalties.
Missed 2-point conversions.
Yeah, you get into missed conversions, just lots of things not going your way, and this has been a tough game.
Yeah, they've had just as many missed 2-point conversions as they've had interceptions, 3 of each. So Collinsville will start a little deeper than they wanted to, as they only have 3 minutes and 13 seconds left to try to move the ball about 85 yards downfield.
Got to try some shots down the field. Those haven't been very successful throughout the night. The DBs in Mount Vernon have played very well.
A little bit of confusion back there for Mount Vernon, but a little sideline pass, and how about a flea flicker? And Ryan McIntyre will catch it. He'll go up the sideline, and he will go in for a touchdown. How about that?
Okay, that keeps things interesting. They flip the ball back to Chase Reynolds, and he just finds McIntyre down the sideline. I said earlier, let's just empty the bag of tricks here and see what happens, and this game's not over.
Yeah. You are right.
I said it earlier, let's just empty the bag of tricks here, try to do what you can to get back in this game. Now we're back to the dreaded 2-point conversion. We set this up on the car ride here, talking about how the JV teams, freshman teams, don't usually have kickers, and they got to go for 2. And we set ourselves up for this one.
Yeah, I think so. Here is Pinnell. Man comes into motion. That's Amari Rogers. And Pinnell will throw it to Rogers, and he dropped it.
Mm-mm-mm.
33-24.
Stays a 2-possession game. You can make the case there. You just kick it on that one there, and leave the 2-point conversion for the next time, because you need another score, but not what they go with. It could go either way. Got to get the ball back. Still have all the timeouts.
Yeah, Collinsville has all 3 of their timeouts. 3:01 left on the clock. Let's see how they want to play this kickoff.
You still need 2 possessions.
Yeah, you got to have 2 scores. Collinsville trails by 9.
And kicking it off to has been adventurous.
2-point conversion would have made it a touchdown game. 4th missed 2-point conversion of the night for the Kahawks. You get all of those 2-point conversions, and Mount Vernon would still be leading by 1 point.
Yeah. Well, like I said at the beginning, after the first touchdown, the best play Mount Vernon maybe made tonight was jumping off sides on an extra point. It saved them.
Yeah.
I guess you could say at least 4 points if the Kahawks played it straight.
Yeah, because if they got that PAT, it'd be an 8-point game right now. Instead, it's a 9-point game.
Well, if that, you could have played it straight and kept kicking it. So
yeah.
You have 4 touchdowns, which should amount to 28.
Yep.
So that's a jumping off sides has been a 4-point play for Mount Vernon tonight, basically.
Matt Reynolds to kick off, and he's going to try a little squibber. It's on the ground, and Collinsville's going to come up with it. The Kahawks look like they have it on the 40-yard line. To me, it looked like Jalik Nelson jumped on top of it. We're going to get a determination here.
Head coach of Mount Vernon's way out on the field. Referees are talking about it. Jalik Nelson.
Well, it traveled 10 yards, that's for sure.
Oh, of course. The only guy's got to get across the 50 to kick it from the.
Oh, what's going on there?
Flags all over the field.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. False start against Collinsville on the kicking team.
I think it's the same signal for procedure, maybe just the way they lined up or something.
They had 2 guys in motion at the same time.
Yeah, it could be that.
So, re-kick?
Well, yes, because Collinsville recovered it, so Mount Vernon's not going to want to take the play.
Thought we had something going on there for a second, man. Now we got to try this again, and Mount Vernon, they're going to be ready for it. Not that they weren't ready for it the last time.
Coach will call timeout here, and he wants to talk to the white hat here and get a better explanation of this. So
Collinsville gets charged with their first timeout, so we'll have 2 more. 33-24 is our score. We'll keep it right here, and Coach Rhodes is out there talking to the head referee on the 30-yard line. He's not very happy, that's for sure.
Pretty fired up. Some of the most I've ever seen Coach Rhodes fired up like that.
Yeah.
This is, coaching-wise, this has just got to be a frustrating game.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I wasn't at the Brother Rice game last year, but I would imagine that this stacks right up there.
Yeah, well, that game was just a game where the other team kind of outclassed you, and they did a lot of things right, and it was kind of you're happy to be there. This wasn't.
The other referee back here explaining to the kicking team what happened on the last play, and
yeah, well, the guys need to know what did we do wrong here.
Right.
How do we rectify it here?
Well, they had 2 guys in motion at the same time, and I know that's not allowed on offense, but I didn't know about the kickoff rule.
Okay, so we'll try this one again.
3:01 left on the clock.
Matt Reynolds will kick it off again. And the timeout didn't go off the scoreboard. I don't know if they charged Collinsville that timeout.
Well, there's a bunch of guys in motion again, and the ball is on the ground again, and they're going to have to unpile this whole thing before they figure out who has it. I think Mount Vernon got it this time, though.
That one may not have gone the 10 yards, but Mount Vernon player touched it.
Well, it did if the kickoff was at the 35.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was just thinking the 50.
Yeah, I figured Mount Vernon got that one.
Jack Kessler comes out with the ball. The referees are still talking this over.
Right at the 50-yard line, and they're going to throw some more flags because there was 3 guys moving that time. And if the last one was illegal procedure, this one should be too. So now I'm confused as to what they called on the first one, because this time there were 3 guys running at the same time. The first time there were only 2. What do I know, man?
Of course, I'm not too read up on my kickoff rules.
Yeah.
I probably should be. Always, things like this make me learn more. That'll be a learning experience for everybody.
Yeah. There's the handoff to Nesbitt. Nesbitt's going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage, and if he was lucky, he made it up to the 45-yard line. Yep, that's where they're going to give him. He's going to lose 5 yards on the play.
No timeout from Collinsville. May or may not have all 3. I don't know if they actually charged them for that timeout when Coach tried to get.
Well, you know what? In next week's pregame interview with Coach Rhodes, that's going to be one of my first questions. Is please explain to everybody what happened on that onside kick that we recovered, and they threw flags, and I thought it was too many men moving at the same time. But then the same thing happened; they didn't throw any flags.
Might be able to get it here in the post game. They might have some answers.
Drew Cordes is in the room right next to us, so we're going to talk to him here in just a moment. Here's a handoff, and there's another good run, and Roland Arms came up from behind Marlon Price and took him down before he could get any farther than the 25-yard line.
That was a scoring play earlier for Mount Vernon. Collinsville just cannot sniff that one out.
Your scoreboard operator's not even going to stop the clock while they move the chains.
So Collinsville calls timeout. I think Coach Rose just wants to give the referees some more of his piece of his mind. And here heard in the pregame here that Mount Vernon, these same referees run Mount Vernon's game last week, and Mount Vernon wasn't too happy with them. But
really,
so
the Jayhawks now get charged with a timeout, as Mount Vernon will have the ball 1st and 10 from the Collinsville 25-yard line.
I believe. Seems like too much time ran off the clock, but if they don't.
Yeah, they didn't stop the clock when they were moving the chains. You're supposed to stop the clock, let them move the chains downfield before you start it again, but they never did stop it.
I'm not for sure. But if the clock remains where it is, Mount Vernon can kneel this one out.
Yep. So Morales is under center.
And if my math is right, they can just take a knee, but they're not going to there.
Now they're going to hand the ball off to Smith Nelson, or Smith Henson, excuse me. He'll get up to the 21-yard line, and now there's definitely enough time to kneel down on the ball, but they have 2nd down. And 1:15 left to play here in this 4th quarter. Morales comes in with the play, and there's 10 seconds left on the play clock, 1 minute left on the game clock.
And the coaches are packing it up here, and yep, this is going to be it.
They're in, well, I thought they were going to be in victory formation, but Morales says, you know what, I want to gain a couple of yards myself. They'll get back up to the original line of scrimmage, and there will be a timeout by Collinsville. That'll stop the clock with 43.3 seconds left. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Okay, well, not sure if they charged him with that timeout when he wanted the explanation earlier.
Yeah, I know.
He did. Sometimes, he did ask for it, but they may have not charged that one because sometimes they need to give him an explanation. The Cats may have one more, may not. We're not entirely sure.
We're not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure about a lot of things going on here tonight. I think the cowbells have rattled my brains.
Well,
3rd down and 5 for Mount Vernon. Technically, they can kneel on the ball on 3rd down and 4th down, so there won't be enough time to kneel down anyway. On 4th down, they're going to run forward, Morales is, and he'll get a couple of yards gain, and that'll take the clock down to 37 seconds. Collinsville can stop the clock one more time. But I think they're going to choose not to, and that is going to do it, folks. Collinsville will fall to 2-2. Mount Vernon will improve to 2-2. And we bring you into the post-game show brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. Visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. 618-343-3602 is their number, or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Back in just a moment.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue, new injuries per se. Also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT Softwave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville falls to 2-2 on the year after a loss here in Mount Vernon, 33-24 to the Rams. And joining us now is offensive coordinator Drew Cordes. Man, I know you guys want to forget about this one right off the bat, but we got to talk about it a little bit. So tell me, from your point of view, what did you see?
I'll just sum it up in one word, and that's frustration. You know, we did not execute well. I don't know how many times we got to get the ball inside the 10, and we just don't man up and score. I mean, that's the difference of the game. We get the ball inside the 10 3 different times. We don't score a touchdown. You know, you get 2 of those, that game's over. You get 1 touchdown and 2 two-point conversions that we go for, that game's over. But, we all agree as a coaching staff, we did not have a good week of practice. So we're going to see how these boys want to answer it. Are they going to step up and fight and get back to the winning side of this next week? Or are we just going to fall over? You know, it's a tough, this is a big thing for character-wise. I mean, we have never been 2 losses in a regular season. Yeah. I mean, this is new for us, so we got to figure it out.
Yeah, and very uncharacteristic things happening out there. 3 interceptions, 4 missed 2-point conversions, and kickoff return for a touchdown. So I know you guys are frustrated, but what can you take out of this game that you can build off of and use so it doesn't happen again?
We can look at the mistakes we make, because that first interception in the end zone, that's a 4th down. We got to just throw it up there, give our guy a chance. The last 2 interceptions, we didn't run the right route. That 1 interception, we were too close in the seams concept, in the 4 verts concept. 1 guy can't guard 2 in that situation, and we let it happen. The next time, the next pick, we ran the wrong route. 2 guys are in the same spot. You give athletes a chance to make a one-on-one catch, interception, they're going to do it. And 22's a stud. That's just plain and simple. When he gets a chance to go up and catch a ball, he went and did it. They made plays when they needed to, and we just didn't. It's just a frustrating night. We have to build on those mistakes. We cannot keep doing that.
Nice positive note to take out of this, that 64-yard fumble recovery by Chase Reynolds. Amari Berry did a nice job knocking that out of the hands of Nesbitt to get that thing started.
Yeah, for being just a defensive back, wide receiver skill guy, and we're just like, oh, man, this dude's quick off the ball. We put him in a little inside run one day, and we just said, hey, just be fast. And we're like, oh, wow, we found something on defensive end. So he's been really good. Defense is going to make plays for us. But like I said, we got to execute on the offensive side. We can't keep giving them the ball back in good field position. We can't keep, one play and it's their ball again like we did a couple times. This just was an all-around bad performance by us. And that's from the top down. All of us coaches, we're going to have to figure out how we're going to fix this. Players are going to have to come ready to practice and get better this week. And we just got to think about going into next week and executing better and just getting better as a team this week. We got to make sure that this is a step up and not 2 steps back.
All right, so talk to us about the onside kickoff recovery that wasn't. What happened there that caused the referees to throw the flags? Everybody's wanting to know. I know I want to know.
So I think the rule is you can only have 6 on one side. Well, when we motioned over, we ended up bringing 7 on one side of the kicker. If that's the rule, then that's illegal. I understand that. However, I don't think either of those officials that were in charge of that saw that play.
Nobody threw the flag until
Nobody threw the flag, and the coach just decided, hey, guys, you can't do that. Oh, okay, we believe you. Throw the flag. I don't think it was right. There was a couple big calls in this game that were overturned just because somebody said to overturn, like that 2-point conversion. When you got the side judge saying, hey, he scores, and then the guy from completely other side that's 40 yards away says, no, he didn't, and, hey, you need to change the call, and then we don't get those 2 points. That's a 20-20 game. We're tied. We have all the momentum. They stop us there, and they're up. They've got the momentum still, even though they just gave up a touchdown. It's just frustrating altogether, We had as many bad dropped passes as we had calls go against us, and when we drop as many passes as we did today, those 2 numbers can't be even. That can't happen like that. It was just one of those unfortunate games. Nothing worked our way.
Yeah. All right, man. You're gonna go to the Italian Fest, have a beer tomorrow. You need one.
I'm working actually.
No.
Yeah. So I'll make sure to say hi to everybody. So
all right,
Coach
man.
Cordes will be there.
We'll talk to you next week, man.
All
Thanks
right,
for the visit. That is Drew Cordes, the offensive coordinator for your Collinsville Kahawks, as Collinsville takes it on the chin here tonight. 33-24 to drop to 2-2 on the season, and I think that's going to just about do it for us. We got to pack everything up and head back to Collinsville ourselves there, Chris Keller. This is one you just want to forget about, right?
Yeah, I look out here and I see two teams walking off the field at 2-2, but one team is happy. Maybe their season's kind of rejuvenated with Mount Vernon being banged up, and they come out here and win their home opener. Kahok's walk off dejected, but they got to know that really, mostly halfway through this season here, there's still a lot of work to do. If you can't take the playoffs for granted. If you want to make the playoffs, there's still a lot of work to do. There's going to be some tough teams here still to play down these final 5 games, so they got to come out ready to work here over this next week at practice and get ready for Granite City next week. Take this 1 week at a time, but 2-2 is not where we wanted to be, but there's still plenty of season left.
I don't know about you, but it'll be a long, long time before I'm ready to hear a cowbell again.
Yeah, unfortunately. I think it's a specific rule for Collinsville that we don't allow them, maybe. But
yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to look up what the overall rule is, but they allowed them here in Mount Vernon. They were what they were here tonight, but that didn't change the result.
No. They were very loud up here, that's for sure.
They had a great crowd from Mount Vernon.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give them a hand. They cheered on their team, and like I said, Mount Vernon is happy. Maybe their season's rejuvenated, but the Kahoks have some work to do.
That they do. That is Chris Keller. My name is Todd Duke. We're back with you on Tuesday. We'll be on the road again from Edwardsville. Boys soccer matchup as Collinsville looks to exact a little revenge against the Edwardsville Tigers after the Tigers handed Collinsville a loss at Kahok Stadium. So we'll be on the air sometime around 6:10, somewhere around there with the pregame show. Scheduled start time, as usual, for a varsity soccer game is 6:30 at the conclusion of the junior varsity game. So, big thank you to Colton Rhodes for joining us on the pregame show. Another thank you to Drew Cordes for joining us on the postgame show. And another big thank you to Chris Kettler operating the camera and putting on the other microphone. My name is Todd Duke. And until Tuesday evening, everyone have yourselves a fantastic Italian Fest weekend.